precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Francisco's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes free. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand. Well, there's a live look at the Sanford Sports Complex as it is week number 2 for most AAA schools in the state of North Dakota. And tonight, well, we've got a first for you on the PSP Network as the Legacy Sabers and the Fargo North Spartans will meet for the first time in each of these schools' competitive nature on the gridiron. Hi, good evening, folks. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard here on the PSP Network. Week 2 of coverage right here on the PSP Network. Also, later on this evening, you will find on the PSP Network, West Fargo Cheyenne has made their way up to take on the defending state champions as they open the season, as they were off last week, and that should be a fun one, and we'll have it for you on the PSP Network. Well, Charlie, week 1 was last week. Week 1 for you is this week.
Yeah, I was telling you guys in the pregame that, man, I feel like I'm starting over again, 30-plus years in the business, and when you sit out a whole summer and don't do any calls, you kind of said, I don't know if I'm going to lose my nerve I think I'll probably be okay because next to you, buddy.
Well, you'll be fine. I can tell you, we battled back into it, and I came in hot last week on that replay button. I think I started out 4 for 4, so we'll see if we can continue the trend here tonight. But nonetheless,
right away you're bragging about yourself.
Well, I gotta. That's a big accomplishment for a non-technical malfunction guy like I am. No, it should be fun. Good night here tonight. The probably not conducive to be wearing black and Vegas gold, but that's what the Legacy Sabers are wearing tonight. But it should be a good night and a fun night here for football.
Yeah, I mean, it's 83 degrees, negligible wind, and these guys, early in the season, you're expecting hot weather, and as soon as the sun goes down earlier now, as we all know from a golf perspective, so by 8 o'clock it'll start to get a little cooler. So by the time you get in your third and fourth quarter, when you're really tired, hey, it's going to be cooler, and the sun's going to go down, and these kids aren't even going to be thinking about it. And they're 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. If it was you and I down there, big fella,
well,
it might be more of a concern.
You and I, it was hard enough for you and I to get up the steps here in the press box, so I don't want any part of that turf down there. That's for dang sure. But glad to have you aboard on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely service that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive-through oil change. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. As our pregame show rolls on with more, when we come back, we'll take a look inside the state poll, the West Region standings, as you're listening to 3A football on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Oh, welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you. Sanford at the Sanford Sports Complex on the campus of Legacy High School as Legacy gets set to host the Fargo North Spartans in their first home game of the season, Chuck, as Fargo West Legacy coming off a win last week down in West Fargo North. Well, they ran into a buzzsaw last week to the Bismarck Demons, and Chuck, that leads us into poll number 2 was released this week on the 3A side, and there you can see it right there, folks. Minot High, obviously, they're the defending 3A champions in at number 1, Cheyenne at number 2. That'll be a great matchup tonight. A battle of 1 and 2, and then followed by Bismarck High with a strong showing last week, and then Davies and Mandan, and then receiving votes was Fargo Shanley. So, that first poll, Chuck, well, that's just kind of a filler, from where it was last year. What do you think? And now as the weeks go on, now we start to see what these teams are all about in this 2024 season. Yeah, I talked to one of the coaches earlier today, kind of about how the season's kind of getting going, and so much comes down to injuries and everything else for kids. And talking to both coaches, these two teams got through fall ball and got through their first game unscathed, and so you're healthy early on, and that's what you need to do in any sport basically. And right now with these teams, the records are 0-1, 1-0.
but ultimately, lots of path in front of these two teams to see what they can do. And, when you look at both these two teams, there's so many new kids and a new coaching staff with Brent Miller in terms of a head coach. So who knows what he may change and not. So for us as broadcasters, it's kind of new to us as well. It's not like we get to plug and play and all of a sudden you walk out here and see a whole group of kids. I mean, we did the Fargo North, the championship last year against Grand Forks Central. There's 2 kids back. And one of the kids, Jack Miller on the offensive line, we probably didn't talk a lot about.
Yeah, and it's kind of like deja vu for me in week 2. Is last week you'd had Fargo Shanley. Boy, they reloaded. I mean, they didn't reload. I mean, they unloaded a whole plethora of talent off of that team last year. A tough 38-35 loss to Minot High. And then Fargo North, as you said, 2 pretty good seasons they had, and they're now in the same boat, and they're trying to find their steps and where are they going to sit in this new 3A division, having moved up from that 2A side.
Yeah, that's the big thing is they've definitely had success as they moved down to AA back in 2021 and played a couple years, 3 years. We're back-to-back in the state championship, lost in 21 or 2022, won last year, ran the table 13-0, just dominated. But when you look at the kids they lost, I mean, you're talking about a Peter Haugo, the senior athlete of the year in Class 2A. Dosh was an all-state linebacker. Friddle was an all-state linebacker. Carter Zeller was all-state. Buck Miller and Jordan Zander in the offensive line. So you lose so many kids, and that's really hard to replace in 1 year, and it's really hard to replace in one game. And so that's the thing I'm sure Coach Miller from Fargo North is saying, hey, deep breaths. Yeah, we got beat to Bismarck, but there's no panic right here in Spartanville.
Yeah, early on it's an East versus West with that new 3A side, and Minot High, as we said, the lone team didn't play last week. Century off this week, but Legacy and Fargo North will get set to do battle here. As you can see the standings up there as well. Well, those really are kind of non-interest at this stage, where each team, other than Minot High, has played 1 game this season thus far. But should be fun here tonight. Pretty decent crowd filing in. The Saber band getting after it. And both teams continue in their pregame warm-ups on the field. Again, you're listening to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. We'll take another timeout as our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. When we come back, we'll take a look inside Fargo North and the Legacy Sabers. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You know you're busy when you visit our service center. We don't waste your time or ours. Our technicians can typically perform a full oil change service in about 15 minutes. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, we take a look inside these two teams now. We'll take a look at the visiting team, the Fargo North Spartans, coming off an undefeated and championship season last year in 2023, 12-0. They ran the table and really handled Grand Forks Central in that final game, 31-6. But certainly North, not a stranger to the 3A side. Back in 2000, they knocked off Bismarck High, winning a title there. But Chuck, as we touched a little bit in before we got into looking inside the teams, is that this is a new unit. I mean, it's new faces. And when you say new faces, you say minimal experience on the field, and then not to mention you throw in a guy that's been around the program for a number of years in Brent Miller, but his first year as a head coach.
Yeah, and I watched one of the interviews with him in preseason, and he said, hey, I'm not going to come in and make wholesale change. He said, I've been here on the coaching staff for 17 years. I played for Fargo North, so I've got a lot of loyalty to this team and a lot of history with them. And he said, I'm going to come in, we're going to do what we hopefully were successful last year, and that's rushing the football. And that's going to start with Chris Geske, a 5'10", 185-pound senior running back who just had 15 rushes last week, or 15 rushing yards. And then you got your battering ram, two-time wrestling state champ, and Billy Ward. This is a kid that brings tons of energy. He's going to be flying around. Super confident kid, borderline cocky, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Got to have a little bit of that,
he's
don't
one
you?
of those, absolutely, those kids that can, can back it up. And ultimately, he's one of those kids that he rushed for 20 yards, but he's going to be that. I don't know if, he's 220 pounds. He's that battering ram. Geske's maybe that guy's going to get outside a little bit more. But then you throw in your quarterback, Kellen Doherty. Up until this fall, they didn't know who they were going to have. It was Doherty, it was Caden Rasmussen. Those are the two guys who were kind of battling. They ended up giving the baton to Doherty, who played a little bit of baseball, and we watched him sling it, that kind of sidearm sling it. And he's a big kid at 6'2", 185, and a good pitcher. And so they're going to put a lot of look to him for saying, you got to be a leader, just a junior, but he's going to lead a brand new group of kids. And the difficult part to me, if you're looking at North, is, man, you're replacing everybody in the line, including your all-state tight end, Carter Zeller. You got one guy in Jack Miller, your right guard. And so that's where it starts. I'm a little biased maybe, but you got to have a good offensive line and a defensive line. And right now, North, I think, is trying to find their group in those guys up front.
Yeah, and that's what some of these early season games are for, is you're going to try to find where that is and get themselves some cohesiveness as you move forward into the, you play a lot of the Western schools right away, and then you get into the Eastern schools. But, yeah, I mean, it's a team, a guy that Adam Rowland, 10 years at the helm at Fargo North. So certainly he stepping down. He went out on a pretty high note and undefeated in state champs. I don't know what more you could do.
Probably said, hey, if I'm going to leave, now's a good time. It's going to be nowhere but down as they move up with the big boys now. And
as we said, that North playing down in that 2A side. Got moved up to the 3A side, and then we see St. Mary's now. They're down on the 2A side, but they're having a little trouble right now up in Grand Forks as they were getting hammered. I think it was 34-7 at the end of the half. At the half, so tough start for Toby Schweitzer and the St. Mary's Saints. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. We come back. We'll take a look inside the home team, the Legacy Sabers. You're listening to high school football, AAA football, on the PSP Network.
Top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion, obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Well, welcome back to the Sanford Sports Complex, Center of Abilene. It's an oil change pregame show. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont, glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg and I believe Owen Patterson will have the call up in Minot tonight as West Fargo Cheyenne makes a long trip up to the Magic City to take on the Magicians. That's a later start. I believe that's like an 8 o'clock start, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think yesterday Owen did the Minot North, got their first win, beat Century's JV yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
So we got Mr. Zittelman hanging out.
The head kahuna's in the
big
house.
Man, we better straighten up right now.
Well, as we took a look inside Fargo North, let's take a look at the Sabers, led by their 10th-year head coach, Chris Clements. As last year, Chuck, probably a year that Chris does not want to see in the rearview mirror, as they were 0-9 last season, picked up a win last week. But this is a team that's they're not a stranger to the playoffs. They've been in the playoffs 5 of the last 8 years. But certainly this is a team that I think it seems like every year when we turn our attention to when we get the Sabres, you're not sure what they're going to have. Yeah. And last week against the team and Jay Gibson and West Fargo Packers, who people were saying they thought in the East were going to be better this year, but Legacy goes on the road and a convincing victory down in West Fargo. Anytime you do that, you got to feel pretty pleased with your football team.
Yeah, you talk about a tale of two teams. As we mentioned, undefeated North runs the table, wins the state championship, and the Sabres, they went 0-9. Last time that happened was their first year back in 2015, and Shirley Coach Clements did not sleep well probably the entire summer and off season trying to figure out, okay, what do we got to do? And of course it comes down to horses, and they're taking a look at them this year and got a brand new quarterback, 9 guys in the starting lineup for the offensive side. Defense, they got 5 guys back, so that's maybe they can hang their hat on a defensive little bit that played very well last week. On the defensive side, just gave up a touchdown and under 150 yards of total offense to West Fargo. So from that perspective, hey, things are looking up right here for the Sabres, and coming out against Fargo North, hopefully they don't get overconfident. That might be one of the things that for Legacy saying, oh, hey, the North got rolled, let's come out here. And but it's nice to see Legacy kind of maybe getting back in the swing. And you're looking at some of these kids played a lot of different sports, a lot of wrestlers on this team, and we know wrestling and football kind of go together. When you talk about the trenches, they got 3 guys in their starting offensive line that all wrestled last year, and a couple guys on the defensive side. So that surely adds to that, and some speed in addition to some other athletes on this team. So it's a Legacy Sabres team that while they were picked way low. What were they picked, Scott? 5th in the coaches in the West and 5th in the pigskin preview. So we'll see if Coach Clements and the Sabres, if they can prove the pundits wrong.
Yeah, and you talk about on the offensive side, Yusuf Jama, a guy that got some run last year and performed pretty well when he did. So I'm guessing he'll be get a lot of the workload here tonight for Coach Clements.
And we talked about Billy Ward being confident. Well, Yusuf Jama, he got a lot of confidence in himself. I was looking at some of his social media, and he was talking about how he had the longest run last week in the state, going to try to do it again. And he had 18 carries, 151 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, they just rolled offensively in terms of 266 yards that they had, in a great mix of run and pass, and that's going to be a key tonight too.
Well, as both teams have made their way back on the field as we await our now, Chuck, let's take a quick look here at some of our keys of the game tonight before we get this going. Legacy, you and I talked about offensive mix.
Yeah, we just mentioned that in terms of rush and pass. Last week it was a good kind of 2/3, 1/3 in terms of how many times they threw the ball versus ran the ball, and the yardage was the same. And so I think that's going to be a good mix. Easton Bergerud has shown that he can be a leader in this team. He's coming off an ACL injury in the summer, in last year, but he's recovered. He's had a great summer throwing in some of those 8-on-8 and 7-on-7, so they can pass. They got Jama in terms of running, so that's a key to me is the mix.
At Fargo North, better defensive effort.
Yeah,
Last week was a tough week.
A really tough week. Bismarck, like you mentioned, Scott, what did you say? What was your comment? They got rolled? I don't know if that's exact, but they did. They gave up 400 yards total offense, including 45 rushes for 334 yards to the Demons. Of course, the Demons got a few mortar graders on that offensive line. I'm not so sure that the Legacy have that level in offensive line, but that is a key to me, is you're right, is defensively they got to have a better effort.
Well, those are our keys of the game, brought to you by the folks at Northern Plains Heating and Air. I want to thank those folks for being a proud sponsor of the PSP Network as we await the playing of our national anthem. As we do that, we can give you a real quick look at our upcoming schedule next week. We're getting into volleyball mode, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Minot North and Minot High and Century and Legacy on Tuesday. Well, we're about ready for the play of our national anthem. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, the starting lineups, the opening kick next. Legacy, Fargo North, right here on the PSP Network.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Well, welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Good job by the Legacy Band on the national anthem. Us folks here at the PSP Network certainly like to honor all of our servicemen and women and first responders. And next week, I'll make a note that we will get that national anthem for you on the waves of the PSP Network. Well, the Fargo North Spartans lost the toss. The Legacy deferred, so they'll go on offense first. North will go like this. Up front at center will be Brady Fowler, 5'8", 210, and a junior. At the right guard will be Jack Miller, 5'11", 225, and a senior. The left guard, Isaiah Shep, 6', 202, and a senior. The right tackle will be Finn Kilty. He's 6'5", 240, and a junior. The left tackle will be Deshaun Taylor. He's 5'10", 250, and a junior. The tight end, Harper Schultz, 6'6", 210, and a senior. At wide receiver, Reese Carlson, 6'4", 180, and a senior. And at another wideout will be Charlie Larson. He's 6'2", 175, and a junior. At running back spot will be Chris Geske. He's 5'10", 185, and a senior. And the other running back will be Billy Ward, 6'1", 210, and a junior. And at the helm will be Kellen Doherty. He's 6'2", 185, and a junior. Their head coach is Brett Miller in his first season as the North head coach. For the Legacy Sabers, their starting defensive unit will go like this. At nose guard will be Nash Berquist, 6', 240, and a junior. At right end will be Noah Schumacher. At left end will be Brady Steyer. At one linebacker spot will be Brett Miller. The other linebacker spot, Dax Frank. And at another linebacker spot, Ben Watson. And the final linebacker In that 4 linebacker set will be Clark Thompson. He's a junior. Watson senior. Frank a senior. At one corner will be Brody Weigel. He is a junior. He'll be at one corner. And Jack Juleson, also a junior, will be at another corner. The strong safety, Carter Zins, and the free safety, Bennett Long. He is a junior as well. Their head coach in his 10th season is Chris Clements. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com.
I'd like to thank the uniform choices that for us up here, bright. I mean, the gold on the black, nice outlines we can see very clearly, as well as the blue on the white for Fargo North. Sharp. Did they, by any chance, come from your dudes or not?
Oh, well,
you can't.
I don't know.
Can't take credit.
I can't.
Nor
I
deny
can't,
it.
I can't take credit for either set of those, my friend. But nonetheless, the black, the Vegas gold.
The black helmets are new. They were new last year for Legacy.
Yep.
Switch that up, looking at kind of, what was it, going to the dark side approach on what their attack and attitude, and that didn't work so well last year. We're going to see if that works. It's worked a little better this year so far.
Back to receive now for, that is Lucas Jackson now, back there for Fargo North, and Camden Kuhlman will kick it off for the Sabers. Also back there for Fargo North is Caden Rasmussen along with Matt Craigness as they stand around the 25. And we're about ready for some football. An early start here. 6:29. We might be a minute early.
Yeah, Koyman is their kicker, and he's a stud soccer player, all-state. Last year led the Sabers to their only championship appearance ever in the history of Legacy. Lost a tight one, 2-1 to Fargo Shanley. So he's actually playing both. Last week he didn't kick. They had to have, who was their kicker last week, Scotty? It was Sam Fricke. He kicked their extra points, but they're happy to have their main man in Koyman.
Well, as he gets his final words from the officials, the lines judge, he heads to the sideline, and now we await the signal from the white hat, and we're about ready for some football. And the boot meets the ball. We're underway. Oh, it's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be taken at about 27 up to the 30, 35, 40, and good return out to the 42-yard line on that return there. That was Matt Craigness, so North will have good field position. Brody Weigel down there on special teams to make the stop for the Legacy Sabers.
Yeah, just a short kick to the 27-yard line, a 16-yard return, so great field position to get things going here.
As Kellen Doherty gets the final play call from the offensive coordinator of the Spartans, and he brings Fargo North out to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, ball spotted on their own 43-yard line. 2 receivers left, offset backs in the backfield, handoff. Geske goes right, finds some room across the 45 and bowls his way out near midfield. Goes Geske on the stop. Carter Zins, the free safety, had to come up. Strong safety come up and make the stop there, but a good gain on 1st down. They'll give him a gain of, we'll call it 4, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Geske deep on that I formation as he's a good 4 or 5 yards behind the quarterback Doherty. Got all kinds of opportunity to see where the hole is. A nice drive by the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah, now they go to a slot on the right side. Geske jabs right, comes left, and he's at the midfield stripe, but he's driven backwards right there. And leading the way was Brett Miller, the linebacker for Legacy. Oh, they're going to spot him on the other side inside Saber territory at the 49-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 now for Fargo North.
A nice cutback run there by Geske. Everybody kind of pushed to the right there, and he read it, cut back against the grain. Miller, the backside linebacker, pulls him down.
Same formation now for Fargo North. Handoff Geske. He goes straight up the middle. He's got the 1st down. And they blew it dead as the ball came out, but they blew it dead as he got it down to the 47, across the 47 of the 46. That'll be a 1st down there for Fargo North.
Yeah, 3 carries in a row for Geske, so the old 3 yards and a cloud of dust for the Fargo North Spartans, and that's what Coach Brent Miller said is, hey, we want to be able to run the football. So far, so good, and 3 carries, a first down for the North Spartans.
Yep, North, now they go trips to the right side. That's the short side of the field for quarterback Kellen Doherty. He's going to roll to the right side, sets, looking. Now he goes on the move, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Ball comes loose. But that was after a gain of 2. Clark Thompson, Brett Miller in there on the stop there for Legacy. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for Fargo North.
You know, Smart, though, didn't force it. Nobody was open, so he looked at it and said, all right, I got nothing going on, rolled to his right, just kind of stepped up, picked up a couple yards, and was alive to live another day here.
No score on a BNC Bank scoreboard. Now they motion, and they give it to the motion man coming near side, trying to get to the edge, and good pursuit there by the Sabers on the toss play. That was Tanner Kyland. Julson makes a stop there, but good pursuit there for Jack Julson.
Yeah, Kylan came all the way outside, and a nice job by, as you mentioned, Scott Julson, really forcing from that corner spot, came up, turned him back inside, and made a nice one-on-one tackle to stop him well short of that first down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now for Fargo North. Ball spotted on the Saber 42-yard line. Big 3rd down play here for the Saber defense in the early going. 9:38 to go on a BNC Bank scoreboard, opening quarter of play. Doherty rolls right, throws it underneath, and it's going to be picked off at the 35 to the 40 to the 45, and a run down there. That was Clark Thompson, the linebacker. He picks it off, and the Sabers force the first turnover of the football game.
We just talked about Doherty making the right decision as far as not throwing the ball on first down. There he threw a horrible pass backside to behind the runner, or behind the intended receiver, and Thompson was right there from the linebacker side to get that interception, and then, you know, get a couple yards. You always you love to do when you're on the defensive side, is turn, and all of a sudden now you're a runner.
So here comes the Saber offense led by Easton Bergrud. His first year at the helm, he sends Tripp to the right side. Jama, the lone back, standing alongside him. Yusuf takes it, goes left, turns upfield, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Up front, it's Peterson, Johnson, Ginn, Weary, and Lamar. And Seaback is the tight end, Widener the split end. Callan Lucas is the flanker, Wes Jordan the fullback, Jama the tailback, and Easton Bergrud is the quarterback.
We'll see how the big guys up front, and you mentioned Miller, Waninger, and Charlie. Not big, but still 225-plus pounds across the line. So they run that 3-4 offense, or defense, the North Spartans do.
2nd down and 10 now for the Sabers. Now they give it to Jama coming right, turns it inside, and fights towards the midfield stripe, and Billy Ward there to make the stop, and he's going to get it to the middle of the field. So now it'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 to go for the Sabers. Just underway, no score on a BNC Bank scoreboard, 8:28 to go here in this opening quarter of play from the Sanford Sports Complex.
Yeah, no fullback there, just gave it to Jama's kind of backside behind Bergerud in that pistol formation. Read his defense, turned up as at guard, blocked out.
And they work out of the pistol again. Berger, Jama straight up the middle, and on the cutback he's tripped up, but he's tripped up to the 45, and he's going to be about a yard short as Kylan makes the stop there for Fargo North. So Chris Clements early on has got to make a decision, and it appears he's going to go for it on 4th down and 1 from the North 45-yard line.
That was a great play by Kylan as he came just knifing in, went down at the knees of Jama, just cut him right there just short of the first down.
Here we go, 4th down and 1 now for the Sabers. Now, Bergerud looks to the sideline. Might be trying to draw him offside. Play clock at 5. Here's Jama coming to right, and he dives forward. He's got the first down. As good blocking on that right side there. Billy Ward and Rasmussen make the stop there for Fargo North. But that'll be a Saber first down. Move the chains. BNC National Bank. Your life is busy. We'll make your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank.
I would tell you that's a lot of individual effort because there was 2 North Spartans in the backfield, and Jama just showed his speed and strength, ran through an arm tackle, and just barely picked up that first down.
Sabres go trips to the right side. play action. Now they throw it out in the flat. Lucas on the catch. Nifty move there, up the near side, 35. And he's ridden out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Billy Ward on the stop there. Chuck, this is a different football game than we experienced last week. We're at 6:53 to go here in this opening quarter to play. Last week, we'd be at about 11 minutes with the way the ball was being thrown all over the football field between Shanley and Mandan.
I like the hand, that little play-action pass, fake handoff to Jama, and then a good arm strength there to throwing it out to Kellen Lucas as he dodged a tackle by Soggy. Could have been in the backfield and behind the line of scrimmage.
Wes Jordan goes into the slot right. Now they give it to Jama coming near side, who he jumps the pile, and nifty footwork there. He's got the first down. He's down to the 31-yard line. Kilty makes a stop for Fargo North, and we've got an injured player as Soggy is down at about the 32-yard line. And that will allow us to tell you that the UPS store is located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs.
Jama jumped over somebody at the line of scrimmage, and sometimes that can be very dangerous if you've got a linebacker such as a Billy Ward flying in on you. But a nice job by getting over him, getting down on the ground, and then lowering his head, picking up 3 yards. Jama early on, 5 carries, 14 yards for the Sabers.
As they tend to Soggy on the near sideline, and we'll take an injury timeout here. It's no score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 6:47 to go. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Well, Soggy was able to get up and walk off the field under his own power, so now we have a first down and 10 for the Sabers. Ball spotted on the north 31-yard line. Sabers trying to convert off that first turnover of the football game as Bergerud barks out the signals. Now they motion. Handoff Jama comes right, gets turned inside, and he's not going to get much. Maybe got a yard. Devitt makes a stop there for Fargo North, but they're going to give him a gain of 1 down to the 30-yard line, so bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Legacy Sabers.
Tried to bring that motion from Lucas from right to left to see if they could, disguise a little bit of that handoff they've been doing. Really, all 6 carries have been the same handoff with Jama lining up to his left side and going back to his right. Great job by Henry Devitt, the 6'5", 200-pound senior linebacker, just stuffing that.
2nd down and 9 now for Legacy. Bergerud fakes, now looks. He's flushed out of the pocket, steps up, and he's going to be brought down back at the 35-yard line. Big number 67 in on the stop there. Finn Kilty with the sack, so that'll be a big loss for Legacy, and it'll force a 3rd and long now for the Sabers.
Yeah, just kind of slow motion as he stepped up and stepped right into the arms of Kilty, and Kilty just gradually pulled him down, but a 6-yard loss. As you said, Scott, just good pressure, just going straight up field and staying in your lane.
Well, a certain pass situation now on 3rd down and 14 for the Sabers, and Fargo North showing blitz, and they're bringing everybody. Here they come. And Bergerud, he gets it out. He's got a man out there. It's going to be, almost picked off at the 10-yard line, and that went through the hands of Matt Craigness, the intended receiver there. That was Lucas. And so that'll bring up a 4th down, and what will Coach Clemens elect to do here on 4th and 14? Appears he's going to go for it.
Yeah, probably. And he had a guy open, too, as they did a full-out blitz, as you mentioned, Scott. So they had one-on-one on all the wide receivers, and they left Callan Lucas open on the outside, but Bergerud just could not get the arm strength to get it out there to him.
Oh, Bergerud, he's going to a little pooch kick. Craigness is going to fair catch it at the 10-yard line, and that's where Fargo North will take over 1st and 10 No score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Minot State University, the best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. With more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education, MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. So Minot. Fargo North comes out with their second offensive possession of the night. We'll get passed along some scores for you as we get them in here, as one game's already in the book on the AA side as Grand Forks Red River rolls over St. Mary's 41-7 up at Cushman Field. Oh, fumble. Ward there to snag it out of the air, and Ward trying to make something out of nothing there, but Maya got 2. I think, they're going to spot it at about the 13. Zins makes the stop for the Sabers.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
Yeah, could have been real bad.
Fortunate it popped right back in his arms. Then he just showed his strength, as just kind of plowed ahead, picked up a couple yards. That was Ward's first carry of the night.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 after the gain at 2 there for Ward. As Doherty barks out the signals, got receivers left and right. Geske gets it, goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be stood up at the 15. Clark Thompson there to make the stop. Oh, they're going to spot it at the 16-yard line. So a 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 to go for Fargo North here on their second offensive possession of the night.
You know, one thing that I've been watching is the big guys up front, Steyer, Berquist, and Schumacher. They are holding 2 blocks as they're not coming off them, and you're having Miller and Frank and Watson and Thompson really get to just line right up on the running back, and that's exactly what those big guys got to do, is hold 2 guys. Don't let anybody get off to your linebackers.
Doherty, nice play action there. He slings it underneath, and to be another pickoff there at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone goes the Legacy Sabers. And Bennett Lawn on the pick 6, and the Sabers are on the board thanks to their defensive unit.
Yeah, and a rollout, totally fooled out on a bootleg, going back to his right side. The defensive end just hard charged down, and the quarterback pulled up outside the pocket and just tried to throw that sidearm slinger, and it hit right into Bennett Lawn. And good job, Scotty, picking up that replay. As 1 for 1, and Lon just used the blockers, the offense or defensive line, turned offensive line to get into the end zone.
On a Ryan Family Dealership replay, the extra point is up and good. 3:33 to go. Opening quarter to play. The Sabres 7, the Spartans 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Well, Bennett Long gets on the board, gets the Sabres on the board on that, what was that,
29 yards.
29-yard interception return, the second interception for the Sabres defense in this opening quarter.
Second for him on the day, 4th in the season.
Yeah. 3rd on the season.
Well, he had 2 interceptions last week, and they've thrown 2 today, both to Bont.
No, the first one was Thompson.
Okay, I forgot to put the 5 on there, you're saying?
Yeah, it was Clark Thompson was the first one. And you know why I know that? Because you pointed at Clark Thompson when he picked it off.
I didn't write the 5. I truncated the 2 and apparently got tied up in doing something else.
Quaidman kicks it away. A good kick. That one's going to go into the end zone, and Fargo North will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Planet Pizza, there's no pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or plain cheese at Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Call now, 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. 7-0 score on a BNC Bank scoreboard.
It's not the start that Fargo North wanted?
No. It was not.
Score. Okay.
Yeah, that should be right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good kick there by Coyne, maybe he was a little nervous, the soccer guy, and on that his first kickoff of the season last time, or maybe
he was told to do that,
maybe he was told
too.
to just kind of pooch it up in the air.
Well, now they move the ball from the left hash over to the right hash, and that's where the Fargo North will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Doherty fakes the handoff. He's looking, and he's going to be under pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up, and the helmet comes off. Clark Thompson there, also in there with Zins. And Doherty's going to have to go out, and they're going to have to call on their backup quarterback.
Yeah, and that'll be a sack. Thompson saw him tucking the ball, Doherty, and so he filled in, came up because he was staying right in his spot where he needed to be on just past the line of scrimmage. He filled in.
Caden Rasmussen now will have to man the quarterback duties as anytime the helmet comes off a player, they have to leave the field for a play, and it'll be a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. North sends receivers left and right. Oh, now we got a flag, and we're going to get a delay of game called against Fargo North, so they'll spot mark 5 off there on that delay of game call. So now it'll be 2nd down and 16 for Fargo North. 7-0, the Sabres lead it on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Boy, their defense has played pretty well in this first quarter, Chuck.
And they have, and they're keeping Rasmussen in now, even if with the helmet back on for Doherty. They're giving Rasmussen, maybe this is going to be his possession.
He fakes the handoff. He goes straight up the middle across the 20 and gets some good yardage back as he got it past the original line of scrimmage and plus 4 more out just shy of the 25 to the 24-yard line. Watson and Long on the stop there for the Sabres, but it'll be 3rd down and 6 now for Fargo North.
Yeah, I like that call.
Yeah.
Basically just kind of that fake handoff, the guy going to the outside off tackle, and you just turn up, put your head down. And Rasmussen showed his strength at 6 foot 170.
Yeah, he's going to stay in there too at quarterback.
Why not?
Yep. 3rd and 6 now for Fargo North. Rasmussen barks out the signals. They give it, fake it to Ward. He goes right to Rasmussen. Oh, man, he was hit right there at the 25 and driven. I didn't see who that was. Looked like it was 52.
Yeah, I think it was.
Brett Miller and Clark Thompson in there. So now it's going to force North into a punt situation, and Ethan Olheiser will punt it away now for Fargo North. Back to receive is Juleson for the Sabres.
Juleson, multi-sport athlete, plays baseball, basketball, and football. You don't see too many 3-sport athletes like that.
Here's Olheiser snap. Ooh, he just got it off. It's going to be a short kick, and Juleson's going to walk away from it. And it's going to be down at the 41-yard line by Fargo North, and that's where the Sabres will take over 1st and 10. For over 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. That's driveryan.com.
Another great field position, so 3 possessions. Well, I wouldn't call the last one a possession, I guess. First possession, they had it at their own 46-yard line. Now they have it at their 42, so see if they can turn a good defensive stop into a nice offensive possession.
Yep, as Easton Bergerud comes out, sends 2 receivers to his right. Ball spotted left hash there. Jama stands alongside of Bergerud. Jama coming right. Finds a lane there, and quickly it's closed down, and who other than Billy Ward right there to make the stop for Fargo North.
He ripped the football out from behind as he tried to tackle Jama standing up, and he pulled it away. Kind of reminds me of, remember the Grand Forks Central game, the state championship, where Ward pulled it out of Zimmer, I think, and ran 59 yards in one of the opening possessions for Central, and they called it back because they blew like a whistle too early.
Yep.
Kind of similar to that because he had ripped it out, and he had the football before Jama went to the ground.
2nd down and 4, as that was a gain of 6 there for Jama for the Sabers. Under a minute, 43 seconds to play opening quarter. Jama again. Cuts it up the middle, bulls forward, and he's got enough for the first down as he's down to the 47-yard line. Kylan had to make the stop there for Fargo North.
Yeah, just good hard running, and they're saying we are going to the right every single time that every run so far. Scott Jama's lined up left, and he's ran to the right side over Wyatt Weary and Carter Johnson, the right guard and right tackle, and then they've got Cooper Widener, the split end, or excuse me, they have Wes Jordan kind of cocked on that right side, blocking as well.
Bergerud back to pass, looks down the seam. He's got a man. Oh, he overthrows Sivak, his intended receiver, as he had him across the middle.
Yeah, you're right. He had him open behind that wave of linebackers. Just tried to throw a bullet to him instead of lofting over the top of those linebacker, that second level.
So that'll bring up second down and 10 now as the clock stops with 6 seconds to play here in the opening quarter from the Sanford Sports Complex on the campus of Legacy High School. Second down and 10 now for Bergerud and the Sabers. Jama going left, cuts it up field across the 45 and stood up. They're going to spot him at the 44, and that's going to end the opening quarter of play here from the Sanford Sports Complex. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, Legacy 7, Fargo North 0. Back after this timeout in quarter number 2 on the PSP Network.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Well, 12 minutes in the books here as the Sabres have the first quarter lead as we turn our attention now to quarter number 2, and the Sabres on a 3rd and 7 from the north 44-yard line as Bergerud sends trips to his right. Jama stands alongside Bergerud. Bergerud rolling to his right. Throws it over the top and over the head of the intended receiver, Lucas, on the sideline as he had him wide open, but Lucas unable to climb the ladder and pull it out of the air.
Same thing again, Scott, is he was open, but they had one of the cornerbacks underneath playing man coverage on somebody in the flat, and he, part of it could be those routes were ran too close together. Probably need some separation in terms of depth, but at any rate, Berger just not a very good throw.
Wyatt Boone comes on to punt this one away. Kylan stands back at his 15-yard line. Snap's good, left-footed kicker. Oh, good one. He angles it. And that's going to take a Saber roll, and it's going to be down all the way at the 8-yard line, and getting down there was Braxton Ruff on special teams, but a good kick there by Boone of the Sabres.
Yeah, nice job kicking. He actually looked like he was going to kick it right, and he kind of pulled it, hooked her back to the left, but it worked out perfectly as it was inside the 10-yard line down to the 8, so give him a 36-yard punt and no return. So Coach Clemens will like that. They got him backed up. Their defense has played very well so far in the 3 possessions that the North Spartans have had.
Yeah, I think he figures the way that his defense has been going, why not punt it away? And let's see if we can try to force a turnover deep in their own territory. And Fargo North will take over 1st and 10, trailing this one 7-0 on our BNC Bank scoreboard. Lone touchdown was an interception return by Bennett Lawn of the Sabers. And North's offense goes back to work here on 1st and 10 from their own 8. Doherty back in there, hands off Rasmussen in the backfield. He's ripped down from the backside as he takes it over the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of a couple there.
Yeah, so now Rasmussen, instead of being quarterback, he's moved into there to that I-back, replacing Geske.
So 2nd down and 7 now for Fargo North. Ball spotted on their own 11-yard line. A gain of 3 there.
Geske's back in there now.
Yep, Ward goes from the left side to the right side. He gets it. Trying to create some space, and right there, oh boy, and he fought his way out across the 15 down to the 16-yard line. A tough run there by Billy Ward.
It took 6 legacy jerseys to bring him down. He got hit about the line of scrimmage, Scott, and he just bowled his way forward to get past the 15-yard line. That was a 5-yard pickup all on Billy Ward.
3rd down and 2 now. Big play here again for the North Spartans, trailing this one 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Doherty barks out the signals. Doherty hands off. Rasmussen going left, dives forward, and he's got the 1st down as he's across the 20 out to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run right there. Bennett Lawn in the tackle. He came in from that free safety spot. But I like how hard Rasmussen runs. He hits the line of scrimmage, and he is moving. He's got her in, 3rd gear already when he hits the line of scrimmage. So good hard run, a 5-yard pickup, 4 carries, now 16 yards for Rasmussen.
1st down and 10 now from the 21-yard line. Rasmussen, and he's going to be stood up. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Clark Thompson, the linebacker, on a good defensive play there for the Sabers.
Well, that's got to be a handful of tackles already for the junior linebacker for the Sabers, not to mention an interception as well. So give him a little TFL for tackle for loss for Clark Thompson.
Yeah, loss of 1 on the play there. Bring up 2nd down and 11 now for Fargo North. As Doherty barks it out. Now toss play. Here's Rasmussen coming near side. Rasmussen trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be forced out of bounds there. And that was Dax Frank doing a good job of not letting Rasmussen get to the outside.
Really good job by Dax Frank, because they were supposed to have 2 guys blocking, Billy Ward, and I couldn't see who was the outside receiver, pushing upfield. But Dax Frank held his ground, did not let Rasmussen get to the outside, and I thought it was set up initially. It's got it look like Ward was going to turn in, create some space, allow Rasmussen to turn the corner, and thanks for just a great defensive play by Dax Frank, it didn't happen.
So 3rd down and 9 now for the Sabers, for the Spartans from their own 22. Doherty under pressure, gets it off to Billy Ward, shakes 1 tackle, but he can't get out of the other one, and he's going to be brought down at the 26-yard line, and here comes the punt team for Fargo North.
Tackle by Miles Hosick.
Hosick?
Let's see, let me tell you for sure.
Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts, as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Olheiser to punt it away. Juleson awaits it back at his 39-yard line. Olheiser, good kick, and I don't think Juleson's going to get a return out of this, as it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. And that's where the Sabres will take over with pretty good field position, leading this one 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with the banking and wealth management services your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank.
37-yard punt, no return, but good field position at that 37-yard line. See if the Sabres can do something more than they did last time. They did manage a 1st down, but got stopped after that 1st down. Just picked up a few yards after that.
Yep, they'll have it with 8:39 to go here, leading 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As
you were about midway through the 1st quarter last week and about an hour into it, 30 minutes into it.
That's about exactly right. That is exactly right.
53 passes later, 3 hours and 36 minutes.
Ooh, Berger, he's going for a shot. He's got Lucas down the near side. Caught in stride 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. And he is brought down there. Oh, what a pitch and catch there. And Lucas Jackson saved a touchdown there. And it's a big play there for the Legacy Sabers.
Fake handoff, play action pass.
There's our Ryan Family Dealership replay.
As he rolls out to his left, or stays right in that pocket and throws a dart to a streaking Callan Lucas down the sidelines, all the way down. Finally got pulled down from behind by the North defense, but not before he picked up, 39 and 13, 52 yards.
Sabers inside the Serve Pro red zone as Jama on the carry, and he gets it across the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fine water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
Callan Lucas has offers from, what did we talk about beforehand, from
Jamestown
and Moorhead State?
Minnesota State.
MSU Moorhead.
So 2nd down and 7 to go as the Sabres can get a first down. Ball spotted on the north 8-yard line. Bergerud, Jama trying to get to the edge. It slips out of one tackle and fought hard to get out of a couple more, but to no avail. And it'll be a gain of a yard.
Devitt was the first guy who came in to slow him down, and then Lennox Charlie pulled him down from behind, again going to that right side. Eventually, Coach Brent Miller, or the defensive coordinator, is going to say, all right, let's see if we can't stack this side, and maybe force them to go back to their left. But good defensive play right there, first of all, by Henry Devitt.
Bennett Lawn. Bennett Lawn brings in the play in from the sidelines, delivers it to his quarterback, Bergerud. Bergerud barks out the signals. Bergerud. Jama, a little trick play, inside handoff. Here's Jordan. Jordan tiptoeing his way to the goal line, leans forward, touchdown Legacy.
Yeah, well, I like it, Scotty. As you said, they're gonna go to that home, that time and time again to Jama, and what do? Then you slip it inside to West Jordan, and West Jordan goes straight up the field in for the touchdown for an 8-yard run.
There you see it on our Ryan Family Dealership replay, a little misdirection.
Yeah, offense, or the defense really went to the outside for Jama, and nice call by Coach Clements.
On to the attempt, the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good there by Koeman. Oh, that's Fricky with the extra point. 6:43 to go here, opening half a play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Legacy 14, North 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power?
No.
Don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Well, West Jordan gets his first touchdown on the season. The 6'100" or the junior fullback, and the Sabres get their first offensive touchdown in this game.
Yeah, started at their own 37-yard line. They got that big play, that 2-yard bomb to Callan Lucas, and then 3 plays later, nice misdirection. Handoff inside to Jordan, goes in from 7 yards out. So 4 plays, 63 yards, 1 minute and 56 seconds.
Another good kick there. Oh, and we're going to get a return from the 5, 10, 15, 20 up the near sideline. 30, 35, and ridden out of bounds there. The on return there was Lucas Jackson.
Nice. Nifty run right there.
Yeah, it was.
Lucas Jackson involved in the game. He's really shifty.
So Fargo North comes back out on the offensive side as they trail at 14-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 6:36 to go here in the opening half of play.
1st and 10 North from their 37-yard line.
Well, Fargo South strikes first against Shanley as they lead 7-0 down in South Fargo. I believe that's South Fargo. I think it's at Fargo Shanley. So here come the Spartans. Geske back in there now at that tailback spot. Doherty back to pass, looks left, throws underneath, caught, and turning upfield, but it's going to be a short gain on the reception there. That was Kylan on the reception for Fargo North. And
well defended right there by, as you mentioned, Brett Miller was right there. Ben Watson as well. Picked up a few yards, but they weren't fooled.
Yeah, they see it. Looks like it was a pickup of 3, but they've got 2nd and 8 on the board. We're going to give them 2nd and 7 here as Kylan comes to the near side. He's in the slot. Geske shakes one tackle at the line of scrimmage and fights towards the 45, still on his feet.
Chris Geske on the carry
and
for North.
Geske's going to be brought down at the 45, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 now for Fargo North. Brett Miller makes a stop for the Sabers.
Linebackers doing really well right now for the Sabers. Really haven't had any rushing ability. What they're looking at, about 41 yards so far in this first half is all.
For the Spartans.
So 3rd down and 2 now for Fargo North. They trail 14-0. They'd like to get something put on the scoreboard here before the break. But the Saber defense has been awfully good here in this opening half of play for head coach Chris Clements. Here's Rasmussen coming right, and he's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage and driven back. That'll bring up a 4th down for Fargo North. And Schumacher and Thompson in on the stop there for Legacy.
Yeah, this defense has been just doing so well right now for the Sabers, limping off with kind of holding that right hand. I think it was his hand. He had his hand on something else. Who was that for Legacy? This came off 53.
Oh, 4th and 2 here, and Brent Miller is going to roll the dice on this one as they get up close. Oh, maybe they're going to try to draw him. Nope, they give it to Ward. Ward over the left side, and he's battling. I don't know.
The official's coming in to spotter from that opposite side. He's right there on that 47-yard line.
Oh, they did get it. Yeah, they gave it to him. Okay.
They didn't even mark it.
Well, they just really went into a tight formation there and said, Billy Ward, you go to work, and he did just that. So a new set of downs for Fargo North as the clock winds to 4:14 to go here in the opening half of play.
Well, last time he had it, he carried about 7 Legacy Sabers for about 5 yards. So
why not?
Coach Miller said, I think we can get 2 out of him.
Kellen Doherty under center on 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Doherty straight drop, looks underneath, slings it, caught, 45, 40, fighting down to the 35-yard line on the reception there. That was Caden Rasmussen on the reception for, and Jack Julson makes a stop for the Sabres, but a big play there for Fargo North.
Yeah, I like the play. Just came out of the backfield, hit him right in the flat, and he turned upfield, showed his speed and strength, carried a couple tacklers, and then ran over one Legacy defender. I couldn't see the number, and he's probably okay that I don't identify him.
That'll be a 1st down for Fargo North from
16-yard pickup.
38-yard line. Doherty back to pass again, looks left. He's under pressure, steps up, and now he's on the move. Nifty shake and bake move, 30, and he tipped those out of bounds at the 32-yard line, does Kellen Doherty.
Kellen Doherty on the carry. Forced out by Jack Julson.
Jack Julson forces him out of bounds there.
Got to give him 10 yards on that run.
Yeah,
so
they
back-to-back 1st down runs. Doherty seems like he's kind of getting into his own, you know what I mean? After the first 2 shaky possessions, through 2 interceptions, including 1 pick 6, he's calmed down now, and he's 3 for his last 3 for 23 yards.
Well, best offensive rhythm Fargo North's had thus far in the first half.
Yep, absolutely.
1st and 10 from the Sabres 27 as they near the Serve Pro red zone to the Spartans. Now they motion right to left. Doherty, we got flags all over the place here. What do we got?
Was there a timeout maybe, or? Well, there was a flag, okay.
I think it's motion.
No, there was. Okay, what is it? Water break? Timeout. Timeout, North.
Spartans.
Oh, Spartans take a timeout. Well, we got a Ryan Family Dealership timeout on the field. 3:18 to go here in the opening half. It's Legacy 14, Fargo North 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealers.
Well, on second down and 10, Doherty's pass was completed to Reese Carlson. And Watson on the coverage and the stop there for the gain of.
Yeah, they're going to give him, what, 5? They're going to give him 5. They're going to say he was down before the ball came out, but he got popped.
Second down and 5 now from the Saber 22-yard line. Kellen Doherty developing a little bit of rhythm here at that quarterback spot. He's got trips to his right. He looks right, throws underneath, and ooh, boy, he short-armed that one. But right there, who's going to step in front of that was Ben Watson, and that would have been 6 the other way if that was thrown any higher.
About a foot more off the ground, and Ben Watson with the pink left glove would have been going about 78 yards. Shanley returns the favor against South and scores the next possessions. They're up 8-7.
Yeah, man, and up 13-0 against the Williston Coyotes. So 3rd and 5 now for the Spartans from the Saber 22-yard line. Doherty back to pass, looks, flushed out of the pocket. He's got room, look out. 15-10, and forced out of bounds at about the 8-yard line is Doherty, and that's going to be 1st and goal to go for Fargo North.
Guys running just straight up field, kind of straight fly patterns, and a hard shoulder fake, and then stepped up in the pocket, and there was nobody there. Got a good block from Charlie Larson on the outside, allowed him to get inside that 10-yard line. So 13-yard pickup, Scott, by Doherty. So Doherty, 2 carries, 23 yards. He's now the leading rusher for the Spartans.
1st and goal to go. Geske. Oh, he's trying to bounce the outside. Turns the corner. Geske into the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo North from 9 yards out.
Yeah, I like that shiftiness, too, as he got right at the line of scrimmage and then bounced to the outside, showed his speed, got some outside perimeter blocking, then got it in the end zone from 9 yards out. So nice drive right there by Fargo North. Scotty's on a roll.
You see it on our Ryan Family Dealership replay right here as Geske gets into the end zone on a nifty run there.
Yeah, bounces to the outside, got good blocking, and then did a great job cutting to the outside and showed his speed.
Here's the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, Fargo North goes on a nice drive, and they cut this to a 1-score game. 2:23 to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 14, Fargo North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Well, 9-yard touchdown run there by Chris Geske, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and Fargo North has cut into the lead. We can tell you that Prestwich Orthodontics specializes in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at MinotBraces.com. And Connor Amundsen going to kick it away. And we're going to get a return out of this one. And on the return is going to be Lucas. 20, 25, Lucas 30, 35, 50 move. One man to beat. Look out. It's a foot race. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Legacy. Lucas to the house for the Sabers.
And just great acceleration and balance by Lucas. He gets that kickoff return. It was about the 8-yard line. Went straight up the field and bounced to the outside. Got some good interior blocking. Showed his speed and elusivity and just outran the North Spartans. I think one guy thought he had the angle, and Lucas said, "You do not, my friend. I got the speed on you." So 92 yards, right? Was that at the 8-yard line?
Yeah, it was about the 8-yard line as Lucas takes it to the house, and he answers the Fargo North touchdown with a 92-yard kickoff return. And Wilkie on to, what was that, 26? Sam Fricke on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, it appears good. And it is just like that with 2:08 to go. Legacy answers the North touchdown with one of their own, and they lead it 21-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Well, Kellen Lucas, a well-deserved breather on the bench as he has given the Sabres that 2-touchdown lead back. And not what North wanted to have happen before going into halftime.
No, that's exactly right. I'm sure Coach Brent Miller is going to be talking about that one, saying, talk about momentum losing.
There's Jackson on the return. Oh, good special teams play there as he's tripped up at the 16-yard line. Carter Zins hustling down field on the kick team to make the stop. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for Fargo North, deep in their own territory. Reminder, coming up will be our Magic Towing Intermission Report. Remember the number and call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota.
This is the 6th possession of this first half by North. Couple interceptions to start.
So 1st down and 10 from the 17, their own 17-yard line, as Kellen Doherty would like to take this all minute 54 and march North back in an end zone. He's back to pass, looks left, throws it underneath, and just out of the outstretched arms there of the intended receiver. That was Charlie Larson. Brody Weigel on the coverage there for Legacy to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Fargo North.
Weigel on that outside, trying to get some quick passes there. Keep a watch for those. They've thrown a couple of those already, a little kind of hitch and go. Could be what you follow up with in a later time.
Yep. Ward the lone back now behind Kellen Doherty. They got receivers 2 right, 2 left. Doherty looks right, now rolls left. He's on the move, he's under pressure, eludes one. Nope, he cannot, and That was Thompson there initially, and then coming in to help out was Bennett Lawn, and a loss all the way back to what appears to be the 8, maybe, they're going to spot it at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, so give Clark Thompson some love. He kept him from going outside the pocket, getting up to the first down, and he was able to just get past Clark Thompson, but great job by Bennett Lawn, the free safety, come flying up from his free safety spot to bring him down for a 7-yard loss and a sack.
We got a Ryan Family Leadership timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Minute 34 to go. Opening half of play, 14-7 or 21-7 Legacy.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good. From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, 3rd down and 17 now for Fargo North.
There's a Legacy timeout. You probably said that.
What? I didn't. I thought it was a North timeout.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Legacy wants to see if they can get the ball back.
Yeah. Oh, Rasmussen on the move back at that quarterback spot, and he's not going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yep.
As he had to get it. Well, he had to get it out to the 27-yard line for the first down. So now it'll be 4th down. And I'm guessing that Olheiser will come in and punt it away here for Fargo North.
Had to be another timeout, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, we've got another Ryan Family Leadership timeout on the floor. Minute 28 to go. Legacy takes one. It's Legacy 21, North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Ethan Olheiser in to punt it away, and Legacy doesn't have any back to receive it. They're bringing everybody. Oh, and a good kick there, as that's going to take a north roll, and it's going to go all the way down to 30-yard line. What a kick, and the Sabers brought the house there as they were trying to block that one. So
54 yards, Scott, his
bet.
best punt of the day with the biggest rush on him.
Yeah, give credit there to Ethan Olheiser with a lot of pressure on him. He was able to put Legacy all the way back at their own 30 with 1:14 to play here.
Legacy now just one timeout, so we'll see how aggressive they are.
Shields of Mine and Bismarck have every sporting good possible along with footwear and fashion at Shields.com. Shields is the proud sponsor of the PSP network. Here's Bergerud. Throws it to Lucas. He's going to let him go one-on-one. Shakes and bakes at the 30 and dives forward for a gain of 3. Matt Pregnus on the stop there, so it'll bring 2nd down and 7. Clock continues to wind as he was in bounds.
Wide receiver screen. One of those first things, just, hey, let's see if we can't get something on 1st down.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Sabers. Play fake. Bergerud steps up. Bergerud on the move, and he's going to be brought down at the 35 on the stop there. That was Big number 68 for.
Oh, wrong side. Let's
yeah,
try
there
that
you
again.
go. Cole Larson makes a stop there for Fargo North. 22 seconds to go in the opening half. 3rd and 5 now for the Sabers. Play clock, yeah, they're going to let the. Taking his time, snapping it. They hand off Jama. Goes up the middle, cut bounces outside, and he's going to be tripped up there on the stop for, that was Clay Koenig, and that is going to end the opening half of play here from the Sanford Sports Complex. On the BNC Bank scoreboard as we go to the break, it's Legacy 21, Fargo North 7. We'll be back with our Magic Towing intermission report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Welcome back to our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, remember the number and call Magic Towing if you need a tow. No job too big or small, it's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. 21-7. The Legacy Sabers lead this one over Fargo North, Chuck. And I got to say that first look at Legacy this year, I was pretty impressed with what they had to offer in that opening half, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they definitely have played some good defense. I mean, they've given up about 113 yards of total offense, but I mean, ultimately, it's really just one big drive for Fargo North that resulted in their score. The other drives, they've really kind of shut them down with only a couple first downs. So North will see what kind of adjustments they have to make that second half. But I thought North played better after those first couple possessions.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well,
yep, I would agree.
Too, when down 2 touchdowns, and I guess Legacy gets the ball coming out that second half. But a good hard-fought game right there by both those two teams. And Coach Clemens, he's got to be pleased how they played the first half, I think, on both sides of the football, because they ran the football a little bit. We talked about one of the keys being a split between pass and run, and it was about the same, 2/3, 1/3, 15 rushes and 6 passes in that first half. So no big plays from a rushing side of things that Jama had. Last week he had a couple big plays rushing, so we'll see if that offensive line can open up some runs for him a little more in that second half.
Yeah, and you talked about how they played better, and I think it was more importantly how Doherty finally settled in, as you touched out through that first half after throwing those early interceptions. And so we'll see what they do here coming out in this second half.
Yeah, and rotated Rasmussen in a couple plays, and he brought him in as a backup quarterback, but he ran hard from that tailback spot, so between him and Geske, and then throwing in the lightning or thunder, with Billy Ward. So from a running perspective, I mean, 85 yards in the first half on 20 carries, not bad for North. We'll just see what they have to do, and I think their first possession is going to be a key for them that second half, both defensively and offensively when they do get the football.
Yep, as Legacy will get the ball coming out the break. As our Magic Towing Intermission report rolls on, we come back. Chuck will take a look at the first half individual and team numbers. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Legacy 21, Fargo North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Back at Legacy High School, Sanford Sports Complex, we're at halftime between the Legacy Sabers and the Fargo North Spartans. Legacy leads 21-7. We're at the Magic Towing intermission. Remember the number and call your Magic Towing. Call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. We'll take a look at the stats here in that first half, as we touched on it before we went to that first break, that really nobody going crazy on the statistics side of things. When you look at scoring, Legacy's got a 92-yard touchdown off a kickoff, and they've got a 27-yard touchdown, a 29-yard touchdown, off a return. So from an offensive perspective, they really haven't had any big days in terms of total yards, as they just have 105 yards. North has actually outgained them on 113 to 105 and has ran 7 more plays. But the most important part is that 21-7 score at halftime. So we'll do Fargo North first. Chris Geske, he leads the rushing with 7 rushes for 28 yards, has a 9-yard touchdown run, their only touchdown of the day. Kellen Doherty, the quarterback, 2 carries for 23 yards. Rasmussen, the backup quarterback, and now I back on occasion, 7 carries for 23 yards. Billy Ward has 3 for 9 yards, and then Tanner Kyland has 1 for 2 yards. Kellen Doherty throwing through 2 interceptions in his first 2 attempts, and then ended up 4 for 8, throwing for 28 yards. 4 different receivers brought in passes. Reese Carlson has 1 for 5 yards. Billy Ward has 1 for 4. Tanner Kylan has 1 for 3. And then Rasmussen has 1 for 16 yards for the Fargo North Spartans. For the Legacy Sabers, Yusuf Jama, he's the one that's the bell cow. 12 carries, 38 yards for him. Wesley Jordan, just 1 touch, but it was a big one as he went 7 yards on a little misdirection, scored the only touchdown offensively for Legacy. And then Easton Bergerud, the quarterback, was sacked once, and that had 1 carry for 2 yards. So he had a net 2 carries for 4 yards in the first half. Bergerud throwing 50%. He was 3 for 6 for 64 yards, all 3 passes to his favorite target, Callan Lucas, as Lucas had 3 catches for 64 yards. From a team perspective, Fargo North 20 carries from 20 rushes for 85 yards in that first half. For Legacy, they had 15 rushes for 41. On the passing side, 28 yards on 4 completions for Fargo North, and 64 yards on 3 completions for Legacy. So total plays, Fargo North 28 plays, 113 yards. For Legacy, 21 plays, 105 yards for the Sabers. No fumbles for either team. Punts, 3 punts for Fargo North, averaging about 41 yards a kick. A big one by the punter to kind of end that first half. Ethan Olheiser had a big 54-yard punt that did numbers to his average. 2 kicks for the Sabres. Wyatt Boone for an average of 31 yards. Just 1 penalty in that first half by North, just 5 yards, a motion penalty. The Sabres, no penalties. That's pretty amazing in high school in the second game of the year. Sometimes, well, last week, how many did Mandan have?
20.
20, yeah, thank you.
2-0.
So that's pretty big for Legacy, and very disciplined for Coach Clements. He's got to be pleased with that. 6 first downs for North, 4 for Legacy, 1 sack on the North side, 2 for Legacy, 1 by Clark Thompson, a 1-yard loss, and 1 by let's see who got the sack. Bennett Lawn had a sack for a 7-yard loss. A tackle for loss for Thompson as well, as he had a tackle for loss for 1 yard. And then Thompson, throwing the trifecta. He had an interception as well tonight, and the other big interception was by Bennett Lawn, that big return of 29 yards to get the scoring going for the Legacy Sabres. Let's do scoring really quick here, Scott.
Yep.
Lawn got on the board, or Legacy got on the board first with a 29-yard interception return to the 3:33 mark, and then I don't know if Coynan actually kicked that. Did he kick it, or did Fricky kick it, the first one?
I think it was. Well, it was.
Might have been Fricky, all 3 of them. At any rate, the extra point was good. That's how the first quarter ended 7-0. Then Legacy got on the board again as they had a nice drive in their second possession, or third possession, I guess it was, where they had a big play to Kellen Lucas, and then a 52 yards, and then ended up being a 7-yard touchdown run on the 4th play, that drive for West Jordan. So it was 6 minutes and 43 seconds of the second quarter. Legacy took a 14-0 lead after Fricky made his second extra point. Well, the next drive, North went down. They scored. Nice drive for them. A 63-yard drive as well. Ended in a Geske 9-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good there. Made it 14-7. The ensuing kickoff, Kellen Lucas took it at the 8-yard line and went 92 yards to go to pay dirt at the 2:08 mark. Fricky made the kick, 21-7, and that's how the half ends.
Well, there you have it, 21-7. Chuck, also, hey, coming up, not only are the Saber football team in action, but it's the East-West Classic that's taking place in the capital city. There you see the Legacy Saber girls going at it with West Fargo Cheyenne. I believe they were defeated in that one, but the East-West Classic taking place right now in the capital city all day today and all day tomorrow as lots of action going on in the capital city. And speaking of that, we'll take a look at our upcoming PSP Network schedule. We took a look at it earlier. Next Tuesday, we got Minot North and Minot High will do battle in West Region Volleyball, Century and Legacy. Yep. Then we've got some West Region Soccer on Thursday, Century at Minot North. And then we've got, we've got 3 for you next Friday. Minot High at Shanley. Grand Forks Central will be at St. Mary's. And Wahpeton at Minot North. They're all right here on the PSP Network. And then Saturday, it's Bismarck at Minot in West Region Soccer.
No, great job. I watched that first game. Man, just the camera crew was spot on, Scotty, that first.
Yeah, big John Haugen doing a great job up top. Tice as well. Was it Tice?
It is. It's.
I should know it. Yeah, well, he can punch me when he comes down here, but our intern that was sat in the booth with TD and I last week.
Winkeen?
And went through, watched what we do, and now he's on the John Haugen's got him on the camera, doing great job up there, boys. They're up top. And
if you want to throw him a water, it's a little hot up top. Go ahead and throw the baseball pass up to one of those two. I'm sure they'll appreciate nice ice cold water.
Yes, they will. Well, both teams have made their way back on for their halftime warm-ups as 21-7 Fargo North leads at our Magic Towing Intermission Report. Rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Well, welcome back to our Magic Towing Intermission Report. Magic Towing, remember the number and call Magic Towing. We need a tow. No job too big or small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. Chuck, you got a BNC scoreboard update for us across the state of North Dakota in AAA, 3A, AA football.
End of one, the Demons lead West Fargo in the battle of the Coach Gibsons, 14-6. Shanley's with about 11 minutes left in the second, 22-10 over Fargo South and Towson, number one in 2A football. Mandan all over Wilson, 34-7 with 8 minutes left in that second quarter. And then we have, let's see, 2A. Yeah, we had 41-7 Red River all over St. Mary's. That's a final. Shanley, I talked about that one. Devils Lake 12-6 over Watford City. And Kindred, the number one team in Class 2A, 12-0 over Wahpeton.
Yeah, there you have
it. They're number one in. Are they?
They're 11A.
11A. Yep. The next year are going to be 11 AA, I think, right?
I believe they will, as reclassify those once again. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Magic Towing intermission report. Also a reminder, too, coming up on the PSP network, you'll be able to find Minot High and West Fargo Cheyenne as they are doing battle. They will start. That's about, I believe that's like an 8 o'clock start.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Up in Minot. So that Nick Hallberg and Owen Patterson, I believe, will have the call for you on that one.
Dwayne Carlson Stadium.
Yep, as we are ready to go here, Fargo North will kick this one off as Connor Amundsen will kick it away for the Spartans. Back to receive is Lucas for the Sabers.
To kick for the Spartans. Kellen Lucas deep to return.
As the second half is underway, as Lucas is going to take it. He took one back earlier. He's going to take it from the same spot, the 8-yard line. Jukes and jives and works his way across the 20, and he dives forward to about the 24-yard line. And that's where Legacy will start, 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line to start the third quarter of play.
All right. It's like riding a bike, big fella.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Get her back in the saddle. And
I've been on the phone interviewing. We hired 4 people this week, so I've been talking nonstop. I was a little concerned last night. About 1 a.m., I shut her down, and I woke up this morning and, the throat hurt, but I'm battling, big guy.
There you go.
Diet Mountain Dew does wonderful things.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Keep up the fight there, big fella. Can't lose you now. Bergerud throws a screen pass. Juleson caught it. Turns upfield 25. Gets to the edge 30, 35. Now he cuts back inside. Works his way across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. Oh, boy. And how about Ward? Ward just absolutely tea-kettled Cooper Widener at the 50-yard line. But what a play there by Juleson on a great individual run after the catch.
Yeah, and talk about a great play. First of all, Kellen Lucas, not only can he catch, he had a pancake block on the outside on that wide receiver screen, and he just jumped up, just jacked, because he's the one who was a big man on campus on that one, on that 19-yard gain.
1st and 10 from the 42. Bergerud, he's going to throw. Speaking of Lucas, he's got his man beat. Lucas caught, 20. Tries to shake the defendant, 15, 10, 5. Lucas fighting his way to the goal line, out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for the Legacy Sabers as Bergerud finds the playmaker once again, and the Sabers are knocking on the door.
Well, I like Coach Chris Clement is mixing it up. First a little wide receiver screen on the left side. Then he goes back to the right side with Lucas going all the way downfield. Little man-to-man on the outside. He catches it, drags a defender. Good job on the replay there. Scotty finally gets pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. But first a 19-yard pickup. Then you throw another 56-yard gain to Lucas, which pushes him over the 100-yard mark for the day.
And now the Sabres inside the Serve Pro red zone. Bergerud goes under center this time. Ooh, he lost the football. Yep. He's got a fall on it. Flag comes out. Ooh, a lot of bad things going to happen there as Bergerud.
So that's loose ball on Bergerud falls on it. They're pointing the other way, or they're
false start against the Sabres.
Just when we talk about no penalties. What was my comment? My coach said, better to not be born than to have motion as an offensive lineman inside the 10. That was Coach Jeff Tess. He said that to our guys.
Better not to be born.
Yep. Then have a motion penalty inside the 10.
On a 1st and goal?
Yep.
Well, now it's 1st and goal to go, but this time they move it all the way back to the 7, and there's that inside. Here's Jordan again. Jordan straight up the middle, dives to the goal line, touchdown.
Same play, misdirection, gives it to Jordan on the inside, and he goes 7 yards again. Good blocking by the interior guys, and Gwynn and Peterson and Carter Johnson. And right, just like that, the Sabres, in only a minute and 3 seconds, they take a 3-touchdown lead.
That Ryan Family Dealership replay right there is Jordan.
Oh, wow. You're on fire, big guy.
In once again, and on is to attempt the extra point. Sam Fricky, snap, hold, kick up, and the kick is good. 10:57 to go. Third quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 28, Fargo North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Well, West Jordan with his second touchdown run of the ball game from 7 yards out.
77 yards, Scott, on just 58 seconds. Couple big plays there.
And that was Caden Rasmussen on the return, and he's going to be, sorry there, Chuck, as he's going to be out of bounds. And so now Fargo North will have the ball for the first time in this second half as they trail at 28-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC National Bank, your life is busy. Hey, we'll make managing your money easy. With locations in North Dakota and Arizona, visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank.
Gotta love our sponsors. We got a lot of good friends on those sponsor lists. Planning team stepped up again. It's great with Eric Aldinger and Perry Bowl and the crew, and as well as our BNC Bank guys, Chad Scott. I'm going to miss it tonight. I bet they're going to be at your place of business, no?
Yeah, they might be. You never know. I guess we'll find out, huh?
Well, we won't. You will. Unfortunate.
Here's
for
Doherty.
me.
Little play action, throws across the middle. Oh, they almost picked off there as there was two of them there. That was Brody Weigel and Bennett Lawn.
They both had it.
They
They're
both
like,
had
wait
it.
a minute, I have it. No, you had it. What are you doing? They're looking at each other going, you're kidding. I had 7. I had 6.
For an injured Ethan.
And now we're going to have a timeout, an injury timeout on the field. We'll take them as well. 10:49 to go. 28-7 Legacy leads on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Well, as Clark Thompson comes off the field, looked like he's just cramping up a little bit, so he comes off under his own power. Good to see that.
I mean, it's cooled a little bit. It's 77 degrees, but it's probably cooler in the field because with this big stands, it's pretty much encompassed in a shade.
Yeah, it's all shade down there. So 2nd down and 10 now for Kellen Doherty and the Spartan offense. Doherty back to pass, looking left. He's got a man out there, and he throws it up. Oh, and it's caught on the far sideline. On the reception there was Charlie Larson. A good pitch and catch there, and a first down on the coverage, Brody Weigel. And now that gives Fargo North some room to breathe as he's out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, man-to-man on that outside. Nice throw by Kellen Doherty. Just popped, threw it up in the air and said, hey, Charlie Larson, I got trust in my junior receiver, and he came down with it in a difficult catch, but picked up 25 yards and a first down.
So 1st down and 10 now for Fargo North from their own 44-yard line. Carlson goes wide right. Charlie Larson, the lone receiver to the left. They throw it out in the flat. Oh boy, they tried to throw a quick hitter there to the, that was to Tanner Kyland.
Yeah, and Ben Watson was about, again, just a hair short of a pick 6 again there.
Pass goes incomplete, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. 10:39 to go, 3rd quarter of play. Legacy leads it 28-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Kellen Doherty again. Ball spotted left hash. Now they motion. They give it to the motion man. Turning upfield, that's Jackson on the carry, and he's going to be close to a first down.
Lucas Jackson on the carry for the Spartans.
And we saw him on the kickoff return and said, hey, this guy's shifty. Get him the football. And showed his speed. Busted to the outside, just kind of stayed low.
So Jackson puts Fargo North in a 3rd-and-1 situation in Saber territory. They got the ball spotted at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, 9-yard pickup on that carry.
Kellen Doherty. Geske stands alongside him. What are we going to have here? We're going to have a Ryan Family Dealership timeout on the field. 10:18 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 28, North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
On the carry there on 3rd and short was Billy Ward. Nope, that was not. That was Kellen Doherty on the keeper there. He picks up the first down.
He just stuck
at
his
the
head
45,
down,
yep.
Drove forward, picked up 2 yards, but that's all he needed. Right on the numbers, 3 carries, 25 yards for Doherty, and a nice drive right here to start out for Fargo North.
As Doherty, as he does every time, runs over to the sideline, gets the play call from the offensive coordinator for the Spartans. Now he brings the Spartans to the line of scrimmage. Kylan in the slot right. Now Doherty straight drop, looking, throws it underneath, and it's going to be caught and met right there on the reception for, that was Caden Rasmussen.
Pass complete to Caden Rasmussen.
And Ryder Ruckstead makes a stop there for Legacy. So it'll be a loss of 4 on the play, on a good defensive play there by Ruckstead.
Yeah, you like how they just leaked him out in the backfield, and Ruckstead, the linebacker, just came up and just hit him right after he caught the football. So nice recognition there. You watched some game film, probably saw that in the first game against the Demons.
2nd down and 14 now for the Spartans. Ball spotted now back at their 49-yard line. Doherty back to pass. He's under pressure. Doherty, he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be sacked back into Saber territory.
Yeah, that was a good play. That was fast, too. How fast did he come off the edge on that one, Scott? Holy cow. Went down on the ground to pick him up. Is it Watson? They said they're going to get the tackle. I think they also had, Watson was the one who went down low. Then he had somebody else finally pulled him down from up top.
Good defensive play there in our Ryan Family Dealership replay. Ryan Family Dealerships. The commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot, Williston, or shop online, driveryan.com. 3rd down and a whole bunch. They throw it out in the flat, and it's caught there by Reese Carlson, and he's going to be dropped down by Brody Weigel, and that'll bring up a punt situation as Ethan Olheiser will come on to kick it away as Juleson goes back to receive this one.
Well, you got to like how the defense responded.
Yeah, they did,
They had given up a couple first downs, and then all of a sudden, boy, they really bared down, got a tackle for loss, a sack, and then just gave up just a short 5-yard catch on that one when they were well short of the first down.
Olheiser spiraling kick angled toward the sideline, Ooh, and it's going to take a north bounce all the way down to the 9-yard line, and that's where the Sabers will take over. 1st and 10. Reminder, coming up, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. 7:24 to go. Third quarter of play here. The Sabers lead at 28-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Question for you. Who was the guy from North that caught the football when they had the loss of 4 yards? He got tackled by tackle for loss. Nice play by
I believe that was Rasmussen, wasn't it?
Was it? No, that's why I'm asking.
I believe it was Rasmussen.
Thank you.
Here come the Sabers on 1st and 10 from their own 9. Bergerud gives it to Juleson on the sweep. Juleson trying to get the edge. Great block on the outside. Juleson shakes one tackle, fights forward to the 20-yard line, and he's going to be close to a Saber first down. It appears it is, as the chain started to head north, and yes, I believe they are going to give him a first down. They will.
Yeah, I like the play calls right now that Coach Clements is coming up with. That time, you little misdirection with Juleson going back to his right. Then Jama had just a huge block, knocked somebody right off his butt, on his butt, I should say.
1st and 10 now as they go trips left do the Sabers. Delayed handoff there to Jama, trying to get to the edge, to the 25, to the 30. Look out. It's a foot race, 40, 45, midfield, 35, 30, 15, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jama with the dive into the end zone.
80 yards, Yusuf Jama. We talked about before about Scotty, about him saying, I had the longest carry last week in the state. Well, he busts to the outside, and he just glided with that track speed into the end zone. He was just toying with the guy behind him. And only thing he didn't do was look back at him and gave him the number 1 sign that he didn't do. But what a great run, what a great call. Untouched into the end zone, 80 yards by Jama.
Jama with a big touchdown run there for the Sabers, and tack on 6 more. It's now 34-7 Legacy. Snap, hold, extra point up, extra point is good. 6:34 to go. Third quarter of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 35, Fargo North 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Kick is away. Jackson's going to take it. Nope, and he didn't know where he was at. That's going to be a touchback as he was in the end zone. And so North will take it from their own 20-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 from there.
Got to put my West Jordan touchdown in.
Football boosters would also like to thank Torgerson Auto Center.
Bismarck High now tacks on another one, 20-6 as they lead West Fargo.
That's halftime, yeah.
North American Coal, the Falkirk Mine.
Well, one thing we talked about, key to the game tonight, Scott, was mix of offense and what you're doing. And, man, I love how Coach Clements is calling the football game today. I mean, he's throwing the ball effectively. He's throwing in some misdirection stuff. He's doing so many good things tonight.
First and 10 now for Fargo North. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Doherty back to pass, looking right. He throws it out near sideline. Ball's in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. That's great coverage downfield there by Juleson, intended for Reese Carlson, but Juleson was right in his mug there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a very well-thrown ball to the outside, allowed Reese Carlson at 6'4" to say, okay, you go up and get it. But a tremendous effort by Juleson, undersized at 6 foot, came up, knocked it out just when he needed to, kind of high-pointed it.
Second down and 10 now from North's own 20-yard line. Doherty, this time they hand off Geske coming right, and it's going to be a gain of a couple as he gets it out to the 22-yard line. Watson makes the stop there for Legacy, so to bring up a third down, and we'll call it 8 to go for Fargo North. Fargo North trying to get something going offensively here in this second half, as it's been all Legacy thus far. As the Sabres led 21-7 at half. Here's Doherty again. Doherty, straight drop. Doherty looking flush. Now he's going to get on the move. Now he stops, throws across the middle. Great coverage downfield. Carlson, the intended receiver, Jack Juleson once again with the blanket coverage on Carlson, and now that'll bring up a 4th and 8 for Fargo North.
Yeah, we got a cramping down in the field right now.
Yep, now we got another cramp as we've got a Ryan Family Leadership timeout on the field. 35-7, 5:43 to go, third quarter play. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Well, Carter Zins was the Sabre player on the field that was cramping up, but he came off on under his own power, and now it'll be a 4th and 8 situation. And
going for it.
Well, they're going to go for it here. As Brent
you're
Miller.
down, what, 4 touchdowns.
And Juleson now comes back into coverage out of the punt formation. Doherty back to pass. Looking.
Only got 2
He's
rushers.
He throws it, and Carlson comes back, and he catches the football.
No, I think he kept him short, Scott. Oh, they got a good mark.
Oh, they got a good spot.
I don't know about that. I'd like
Yep.
to see a replay on that one because it looked to me like he was short of that 30-yard line. Looking at the coaches, are they disagreeing at all? Nope, they're not. So just good play. I think Legacy thought they were punting the football, and they only had 2 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Boy.
So he had all kinds of time. It was like an 8-on-8 drill.
And that was a funky-looking play, wasn't it?
That was.
I mean, yeah. He could have wrote a book.
Oh, he totally, like I said, 6 guys blocking 2. But then they obviously should have had more guys covering in the back. But just good individual effort there.
Big conversion there for Doherty in the offense. They toss Geske to that. Oh, ball's loose and falling on it at the 20-yard line. That was Ryder Ruckstead.
Ruckstead, I kind of had my head down, Scott, so I was pointing, going, hopefully you get this because I want to be able to see the play.
Well, you're going to see it right there because there's it is on the Ryan Family Leadership after that.
It didn't even look like he got the ball to him. You know what I mean? He didn't hit anybody. It looked like he was just trying to reach out, and it was never put into the breadbasket. So fumble and recovered by Ryder.
So now 1st and 10 now for the Sabres from the North 21-yard line as they enter the Serve Pro red zone. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency server. They fake it to Jama, and Berger is going to be brought back down for a loss back at the 26. 24/7 emergency service trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro, so that'll bring up a loss back to they spotted at the 25, so it'll bring up a second down and 14 now for the Sabres, leading 35-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
All out of sorts. Maybe you're saying worried about your own job. You won't be worried about you.
Bergerud, he's got trips to the right side. John with the lone back. Bergerud rolling right, throws it underneath, and it's going to be caught. Lucas, 15, 10, steps out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Does Callan Lucas. Flag comes up, and I don't know. Billy Ward was over there in the vicinity. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike. It's just going to be a matter of who it's on.
Yeah, and one thing they've talked about with this Callan Lucas is that he's such a good route runner, and he's showing it today where a lot of stop and start and good job running that quick out pattern where he does a hard stop, gets the outside. Very well thrown ball by Easton Bergerud, and he's been working with Callan Lucas all summer.
Offense number.
Oh.
The game. 15-yard penalty. 10.
Okay, want to try that again? Who had the penalty?
They called it on Lucas.
Okay. So first he got down to the, 11?
Yep, and now, and
so going to give him 14 yards on that catch. That gets him 5 catches for 134, and an unsportsmanlike?
Yep, and Chris Clements visited with him a little bit about it back on the bench.
Guess it'll go back to the 26-yard line, and that'll be the first down.
So now it'll be first down, and that's not
this first and 10 because
it's not first and 22.
No.
Bergerud, they throw a quick pass. Juleson out in the flat. He's got a blocker, cuts back inside. 15-10. Juleson down to the 5, and nope, they're going to say he's down at the 6-yard line. As a quick screen pass to Juleson, and Juleson, the yards after the catch, sets up a first and goal to go now for the Sabers. As once again inside that Serve Pro red zone from the 11-yard line.
Well, you know what's the beauty of this, Scott, is that
no, I'm sorry, Chuck, from the 6-yard line.
It was Bennett Lawn. It's that perimeter blocking. They are really doing a great job blocking on those wide receiver screens.
Bergerud goes under center. Here's Jama. Cuts back inside. Jama to the end zone. Touchdown. Yusuf Jama hits second of the night.
On the carry for the Saber touchdown.
And tack on 6 more as the Sabers starting to run away with this one here from the Sanford Sports Complex.
6-yard run for Jama, his second touchdown, and back-to-back possessions now. 14 carries, $124 for Jama, and give credit to that offensive line up front. Wyatt Weary, the right defensive or offensive tackle, good block there, and then a good cutback by Jama. Gets into the end zone, gives you the hey right here, spreads the arms.
There you see it on our Ryan Family Dealership replay as Legacy trying to get another guy in there on the PAT team. Snap, the hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3.5 to go, third quarter of play. It's all Legacy as they lead at 42-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Yusuf Jama from 7 yards out. 6 yards out, sorry.
It's all right.
Missed that by a yard. I know it's hard to get now the numbers guys back by my side, so we got to get her spot on. As kick goes into the end zone. Oh, a little extracurricular activity happening around the 25-yard line. A little pushing and shoving going on.
Koyman doing a good job on the kickoff, and Sam Fricke's made 6 extra points.
So Fargo North they've got to get something going, and they got to do it in a hurry as they trail at 42-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Planet Pizza, there's no pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or a plain cheese at Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Call now, 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza serving the Magic City for over 25 years. So now, with that touchdown, that will indicate a running clock here, as it's 35. And a new running back in there now for Fargo North. That is Mikkel Lockwood in
33.
there. Yep, Mikkel Lockwood had 2 carries last week for 5 yards.
We have him at 5'1". I think he's a little bigger than that. Right? He is 5'10". I forgot
yep.
the 0. 5'10", 160.
Lockwood gets a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Lockwood stays in there. He gets it again. Goes left, cuts. Oh, he breaks free. 30-40. He's at midfield. Look out. He's into Saber territory. 30, 25, 20, 15, and he's brought down all the way at the 12-yard line. And a big play there by Mikkel Lockwood. Widener makes a stop, and now Fargo North, just like that, is inside the Serve Pro red zone.
Yeah, you had everybody kind of lined up in the line of scrimmage just thinking, hey, we're going to stop the run, and he just busts through that first line, and he's gone and looked back over his shoulder. I think he should have just kept his head down and ran hard. He probably could have got into the end zone, but nonetheless, it was a huge run. Give him what? 63 yards.
As Doherty now on 1st down and 10 from the Saber 13-yard line. They toss Lockwood again, 3 carries in a row, trying to get to the edge. Got some blocking out there. Now cuts it back inside, and he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line after a gain of about 3 there. Hosick makes a stop there for the Sabres.
Well, Mikkel Lockwood, did they find somebody here? 3 carries, 69 yards for him, and no give up in this Fargo North team. He still got a full quarter. I mean, it's a lot to ask, but they have ultimately played. They're AAA now. I'm thinking they're playing AA, AAA teams, and they're AA, but nope, they're big boy now.
Yeah, they are. So they give him a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Here's Lockwood, delayed handoff. He goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed for no gain. Hosick again making the stop for the Sabres. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 to go.
Yeah, they also had Braxton Dollinger had hard charge down from that right defensive end spot. Hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down, and they're going to say a loss there. 3rd down and 8 as the clock drips down to 49 seconds to go. 3rd quarter of play. Doherty, Sabres show blitz. Ball's loose, and it's picked up. Right place, right time. Who picked that one up? That was
33. Lockwood again.
No, that was Jason
32.
Mariano picked that one up.
Yeah, they said, it was a snap. It hit the quarterback right in the hands or somewhere, and it popped right forward to. Yeah, I've been waiting for this one all day, Scott. The Italian stallion they called Jace Veriano.
Oh, that's good stuff there. As we'll see if Fargo North is going to, well, they got to run a play. On 4th down and 8, Doherty fakes it to Lockwood, rolling to his left, throws it underneath. Then it's going to be incomplete at the goal line. The intended receiver there, that was Charlie Larson, and North's going to turn it over on downs, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter of play here from the Sanford Sports Complex on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 42, Fargo North 7. We'll be back for the final 12 of this one after this timeout on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, reminder, after this one, we'll also have our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com. Also, our Serve Pro Move of the Game. Tonight's Move of the Game is sponsored by Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, Advanced technology, fine water cleaner restoration. It's Serve Pro. Well, the Sabres take it over on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10 inside their own territory as they'll start from their own 11-yard line. And it appears we've got a new quarterback in there for Legacy. Who is it?
I don't know. Well, Weigel's the bat. Oh, he's the one that's been. This is Lucas. Let's get the right side here. It's Jaden Esslinger.
Jaden Esslinger. He hands it off. And on the carry there, that was Wyatt Boone.
Wyatt Boone on the carry for the Sabres. Stopped by Finn Keelty and Zachary Christensen for the Spartans.
Start in 11, give him 3 yards on that pickup. We'll get ourselves organized here, make sure we got all the backups. Appears they're going to get some backups playing and see if I can get some guys on the line if they made any changes there.
Miles Hosick in at a wide receiver spot as Esslinger.
Still have the starting line in there.
Wyatt Boone again. Boone straight up the middle, battling across the 20, out near
Boone on the carry.
the 25-yard line. That's a first down. Move the chains. Wyatt Boone is a junior.
Pulled down by Owen Poole, also in the game, a 5'10 junior for the North Spartans, but nice, good, hard run. And again, the starting line is really pushing, getting some good push here.
Brother Tyler Boone played at Legacy, now wearing the hat.
Really?
Wearing the football. We refereed that game, Mary Jamestown game last night. Boone gets it again, breaks a tackle, trying to get the outside. He does. He's at the 35-40, and Wyatt Boone churning up some yardage. That's another first down. Move the chains. Clock winds to 10:28.
That was a high snap. Good job by the quarterback, Esslinger, going up and grabbing it and handing it off to Boone. And Boone just ran through tackles and rumbled and stumbled, picked up another 15 yards and a first down. So Wyatt Boone, 3 carries, 29 yards, and a little mop-up roll.
So 1st and 10 now from the Sabre 40-yard line. Esslinger calls out the plays, or barks out the signals, I should say. This time Boone again coming right, and Boone gets it to the 45. Jace Veriano, the stallion, the Italian stallion, with the stop there for Fargo North.
He's everywhere. Scotty, another 5-yard pickup, though, for Boone.
Jake Link, a sophomore, coming into the ball game now for Legacy, as he goes wide to the left side for Esslinger. 2nd down and 5 to go from the 45.
Well, Boone standing out because he's got those bright yellow or green kicks.
They figured to Boone. They throw it out into the flat, and going down to catch it.
Okay, I'm confused.
Wasn't he
I think
down?
the official took him a second to go, okay, well, wait a minute. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So the official pointed down and said, hey, you touch your knees to the ground. You got to get back. You can't get back up. So
Tavian Hawk on the reception there for Legacy.
Okay.
So it'll be a 3rd and 6 now.
3rd and 6 for Legacy.
So give him a loss of 1.
Yep, as Esslinger now sends 2 receivers to his right. Here comes Boone to the right. Boone cuts it straight up the middle. Boone at midfield. He's at the first down and more. Still on his feet as Boone gets it inside North territory down to the 40-yard line. So Wyatt Boone turning up some yardage here for Chris Clements and the Legacy Sabres.
You know what I like about him? He runs straight ahead.
Yeah, he does.
It might be a little stop-start, a little stutter step stuff, but he just puts his head down. He goes north to south.
He's saying, Coach, you got to give me some more carries as this season rolls on.
Absolutely. Give him 16 more on that play. 5 carries, 50 yards, turning out 10 yards a pop.
1st and 10 now from the north 40-yard line. This time the handoff coming to the near side to the 30, cuts back inside, 25, down to the 20, down to the 22-yard line. That is Seth Sauer.
Seth Sauer on the carry.
On the carry. So
everybody's getting some love now.
Yes, they
that
are.
Offensive line, the bigs, they still got the starting offensive line. So that's one thing. A lot of times as you come in and mop up roll from a running back standpoint, you're kind of going with the second team guys or even third team, and This time, no, it's you get the first teamers.
Legacy inside the Serve Pro red zone once again. Esslinger engineering the drive. Sauer gets it, goes left, cuts inside, now bounces the edge. Sauer, eyes on the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown, but hold the phone as Laundry is all over the field, and yep, we're going to have a holding against the Sabers.
And they did not need it either. The holding was way, way inside. The play was done. The officials, of course, you're watching your spot. If your job is to watch the guys in the middle, and so it was a hold on a pole right there by, couldn't tell if it was Carter Johnson. It's either Johnson or Gwynn, because somebody in the 60s were mad at themselves, as was Sauer. I'm going to talk to those guys and say, thanks, man. That could have been my only TD of the year.
Yeah.
Seth Sauer, a senior.
Now Sam Fricke, the extra pointer kicker for the Sabres. He comes into the ball game at a wide receiver spot. He doesn't know where to go. Now he figures out he's got to go to the left side, and that's where he ends up. So first down and 12 to go. Sauer again. Sauer straight up the middle, and he's going to get some yardage back because he's down to the 11-yard line. So it's been the Sauer-Boone combination. How about that? Sauer-Boone.
Sauer-Boone, okay. Now the Hogs are coming out.
Yep. There come the big guys.
Now they're going to get some high fives, low fives. Congratulations by the coaches, saying that's
a little bit of water.
That's a good job by the bigs.
Second down now for Esslinger. Again, inside, here's Sauer again. Sauer straight up the middle, churning out his some yards down near the 5. Spot him about the 7-yard line is where it'll be. So it'll be third down and inches.
Yeah, just short of the first
down. Oh, wow.
down.
No, they gave him the first down.
They said, forget it. Give it to him. We're
Yep.
good. I think they're probably right. Even from a eyeball point from where we're standing, 5-yard pickup by Sauer.
First and goal to go now for the Legacy Sabres.
Well, 172 yards passing, and they're going to have well over 200 yards rushing.
And now we're going to get a delay of game against Legacy.
They had Nick Sanford coming back going, what was it on? What was going on? Where was they supposed to be? All of a sudden we have some penalties. What is that, a 10? And now we throw another 5. So that's just the fourth penalty for 35 yards. Still 16 below where Mandan was last week.
So now we'll try this one more time as first and goal to go from the 11-yard line. High snap, Esslinger. Sauer eludes one tackle, then he's going to be stood up and thrown down. And it's going to be no gain on the play there.
Thrown back by Cole Larson, 6'4" junior. You're going to give him a no gain. Bismarck High scores again, 27-6. 4 minutes left in the third. And Shanley and South, boy, they got a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, they do.
38-24. Under 1 minute left in the second. What time that baby start? 7 o'clock.
I think it's about 7. Oh, yeah, that's, yep.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Second down and goal to go from the 11. Sauer now bounces the outside. He smells the goal line. Sauer into the end zone for a touchdown.
No flag, Scotty. Sauer goes right, dances back to his left, tiptoes into the end zone for a 11-yard touchdown run for, I was going to call him Sig Sauer. It's a shot, it's a gun, but that's not him. It's Seth Sauer.
Oh, what do we
Oopsie,
have here?
where'd we go there?
Well,
Where'd you throw that one?
That was
from last week.
Yeah, I hit the replay button and it jumped right into that deal there. So
okay, we don't want to look at that one, but Sauer nonetheless. Fricke another PAT for Fricke, and boy, 49-7, Scotty.
49-7 our score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 3:47 to go. We'll be back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
(49-7) our score. Return from the 5-yard line out to the 15-20. Oh, and he is blown up on the return there. Oh, and a flag comes in.
Oh, no, man.
I think that's Rasmussen.
Down on his back. Flag's going like, I did not see it at all, Scott. I was looking down, and who hit him?
Yeah, I didn't see who got him there.
Still down right now I'm assuming that's the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think it was Rasmussen.
The play. First of the game.
Yeah, Caden Rasmussen, you're right. He's the one who's down. He's going to get up. He's up now. Just got hit, got his bell rung, popping up, you tough kid.
Yep, as he gets a round of applause there as he walks off the field under his own power. That's always a good sign.
Yep. So another unsportsmanlike penalty, if you want to call it that. So now 5 penalties for 50 yards. That'll put the ball all the way out to the 39-yard line.
So 3:39 left to play here. 49-7. Legacy leads this one.
Yeah, the second half has been all Legacy. This is just the 4th possession for North.
Matt Cragness will be the quarterback now. And we're need one player. Well, dealing with a little computer thing here, a little virus thing, trying to get rid of it, but
it's not happening, huh?
No. New running back in there too on the carry. That is,
I'll give you his number, Scott. Number
good hard run
8
there.
Or 0 or 8?
Elijah Kwiku on the
0.
carry.
Elijah Kwiku.
Sean Peterschick, Blaze Miller.
Peter Schick and Miller in there. Some new defensive guys in there for the Sabers.
Kwiku picks up, give him 4 yards?
Reminder, we'll have our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game report. Also our Sport Clips MVP of the game, our Serve Pro move of the game as well. 2:55 left to play. Kwiku gets it handoff again, go to the right, and he's going to be brought down. Making the stop there, that was
Sean Peterschick.
Peterschick on the stop.
Got some backup guys in there now. Nose guard, big number 78, Seth Morlock.
Ben Gilbertson in the ball game as well for Legacy.
I see Devon Staffles. Let's see.
Blaze Miller in there.
Staffelsleen.
Staffsleen.
Thank
you.
you.
That's a Stanley name.
All right, well, perfect. Well, he's not.
Well, not necessarily a Stanley name, but I recognize that name from former AD and Stanley. They fake it. They throw it over the top. Oh, almost picked off. Climbing the ladder there for the Sabers.
Matt Craigis' pass.
Brady Wick.
Broken up by Brady
Wiki.
Almost went up. You said climbed the ladder. Almost came down with the interception on that one. So
yep.
Incomplete pass. Clock will keep going though. I don't think it. Yeah.
It does. It keeps whining with a minute 48 to play.
4th down. I mean, if they don't, no matter what happens, it's going to be just a. I think I might start my
start your
walk,
journey.
Scotty. I might do that.
As Chuck Claremont will make his way down the field, we'll get a few words with head coach Chris Clements. And now we got a flag. Now We got to delay a game. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll make situation even worse now for the Spartans. It'll be 4th down and not too big. 4th down and 11 now now the clock winds. 1:19 to play. Legacy, after an 0-9 season last year, is going to start the 2024 campaign 2-0. Craigness, high snap. Kwiku gets it, comes near the sideline. He's going to be wrapped up. Back. Be no gain there for Kwiku. And be a change of possession. And the Legacy Sabers, well, all they've got to do now is take a couple knees as the clock stops on the change of possession. And then they'll start it right back up. And it'll just be a couple knees here, I'm guessing, by Chris Clements and the Legacy Sabers. .56 seconds to play. Esslinger comes out, and he's going to go to the line of scrimmage. And, yep, they're going to stack the line of scrimmage. And I think it's just going to be a knee here as there's one knee. Play clock resets to 40, starts right away, and they got to take one more snap, and that's going to do it here from the Sanford Sports Complex as the Legacy Sabers will move to 2-0 on the season. Fargo North, they'll drop to 0-2 on the season. One more knee, and that's going to be about it as 24 seconds to play, and that will be as the Legacy Sabers impressive victory here tonight as they defeat Fargo North in their first meeting ever by a score of 49-7 here from the Sanford Sports Complex in northeast Bismarck. And there it is as the final clock hits triple zeros, and that'll do it. 49-7, Legacy wins it. We'll be back with our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shaw's Crossroads post-game report. Let's go down on the field. Chuck's got head coach Chris Clements. Chuck, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Scotty. Game, 2 wins in a row. Behind the books, we won't talk about that 0-9, but ultimately, we won't. But 2 got some tape of that first game, 28-6. But this game, it felt like both sides, offense, defense, special teams, it all worked out.
Well, I think the first half, you saw it, the offense and defense and special teams, we scored on each. I still, the first half was kind of, it didn't feel right to me, okay? So, second, we went at halftime, challenged them. Okay, we need to play a hell of a lot more physical, and so I thought we did that. Came out played really well in the second half.
I like what you did too, is you mixed. Game for us was kind of mixing up the split, little 2/3, 1/3 run and pass. You came a nice little wide receiver screen, then went backside deep to Kellen. You mixed some things up offensively today.
Well, Coach Breitbach came to halftime and he says, hey, they're going to 4-4. We got to start throwing the ball around a little bit, and that's what they did. And, Easton can throw it pretty well. Kellen can receive pretty well. So, I like that combination. But we got a bunch of guys out there that we can play, catch and pitch, or pitch and catch. So, they were loading the box on us, and Jama was finding some tough yards. But, once we started spreading them out, then we found some creases, and, he took off on one in the third quarter. So,
yeah, I know. I read something. He just saying I had to do it again when he came out and hit that 80-yarder. Looked like he was just coasting into the end zone and cruise control.
Well, he's pretty exceptional athlete. He's going to get this for us.
That's a big win, Coach. Sets things up for you starting out 2-0 the rest of the year. And what are some of the things you think you got to work on before you're going to call this a good start of the season?
Well, we have to be more physical quarter in and quarter out. Okay. Next week and that's going to be the challenge that's coming.
Coach, congratulations. Callan, come on in here, bud. What a game. You guys played so well. I watched a lot of film, and you talk me through tonight. Yourself open a ton on the great routes.
Glory to God for sure, but yeah, we've been putting in the work every Sunday with the team, so that just kind of builds into the game, and we've been working all off season, so it just
team. You got a lot of spread the football out. You're obviously his favorite receiver. You can tell that.
Yeah, for sure. Easton is a gunslinger. He's been really good. He's been his whole time here. He's been that QB2, but finally, and he's playing really good. So
I can't let you go without talking about your offensive line, because you guys had 200+ yards rushing. You had almost 100. Give some love to your offensive line.
We're eating tonight, and it was just awesome. Those guys really did it for us too.
So far, 2-0 at 0-9 last year. A lot different. It seems like a lot of different attitude on your team this year.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's playing with a chip on their shoulder, and we're just looking for next week. We're just going to take it game by game and week by week. So we're ready to go every week. So
congratulations. Great job today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Scotty, back to you.
All right, Chuck, great job there. There you heard from Callan Lucas as well as Chris Clements as they are victorious here tonight by a score of 49-7, and they moved to 2-0 on the season. Fargo North, well, they've got the long bus ride back east as they drop to 0-2 on the season. There you see a good look of our state capital as our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report rolls on with more from the Sanford Sports Complex after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game report. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads. Get filled up with a delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. 49-7, Legacy wins this one. As let's give you an update, BNC scoreboard update here as my partner tallies up the individual and post-game numbers as Bismarck High with 4 minutes left in the third is leading West Fargo 30-6. West Fargo Shan has taken the lead over Minot as they lead 7-3 with 4 minutes left in the second. Shanley and South, well, they're in a Red River shootout as Shanley leads at 38-31 as they start the third period of that one. Mandan, with 9 minutes left in the fourth, leads Williston 41-6. That's on the AAA side. On the 2A side, Grand Forks Red River knocks off St. Mary's 41-7. Fargo Shanley over, we talked about that one. Devils Lake leading Watford City 26-6. And Lisbon over Valley City 25-0 in that one. And Jamestown up in Grand Forks taking on Central. They lead that 21-9. Kindred over Wahpeton 36-6. And then Dickinson and Horace just getting underway out at the Bijou Activities Center. But what a performance here tonight by the Legacy Sabers as they win it 49-7 over to the Fargo North Spartans. And boy, I tell you what, it was a team that came out tonight and a little slow start, but they got things going. And then when they did, it just all rolled downhill for the Legacy Sabers here tonight by a score of 49-7. 7. And for a look at our final individual and team numbers, here's Chuck Claremont.
Thanks, Scott. For Fargo North, Chris Geske, 8 carries, 30 yards. Doherty, 4 for 19. Mikkel Lockwood in mop-up role, 4 for 69, including a 63-yard run. Tanner Kylan, 1 for 2 yards. Rasmussen had 7 for 23 yards. Jackson had 1 for 9. And then Kwiku had 2 for 4 yards. Kellen Doherty tonight, 7 of 16 passing, 54 yards, 2 interceptions. Matt Cragness had 1 pass, did not complete that. I missed for Chris Geske, too. He did have a 9-yard touchdown, the only touchdown of the game for Fargo North. Reese Carlson, 3 catches for 18 yards. Charlie Larson, 1 for 25. Billy Ward, 1 for 4. Kylan, 1 for 3. Rasmussen, 2 for 12. For the Legacy Sabres, Jama, another big game over the 100-yard mark, 151 game 1 today. He had 14 carries for 124. You know, that's what you do. You keep feeding your big guy, and eventually he's going to pop one. Well, he was 12 carries for 38 yards, and he hits an 80-yard run, and then he hits another 6-yard touchdown run, so finishes 14 carries, 124, and 2 touchdowns. Easton Bergerud, the quarterback, has sacked a couple times, 3 for net yards of loss of 8. Wyatt Boone in that fourth quarter, that one long drive, had 5 carries for 50 yards. Juleson, 1 for 11. Wes Jordan, well, all he does is run for touchdowns. 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, 14 yards, 2 7-yard touchdown runs. And then Seth Sauer had 6 carries for 55 yards, and he also had an 11-yard touchdown run. Bergerud, very efficient, 7 completions for and 10 attempts for 173. His favorite target, Callum Lucas, you heard him, 5 catches for 134. Didn't have a touchdown, but 2 big catches, a 52-yarder and a 56-yarder. Also had that 92-yard kickoff return. Glad I asked him about that one. Nice effort. Way to forget that one. Juleson, 2 catches for 39 yards, and then Hawk had 1 for -1. Total, well, the first half was close. 113 North had in total yardage to 105 to Legacy. Well, the second half was not. 31 carries for both teams, 165 for North, 248 for Legacy. 7 completions for both teams, 54 yards for North, 173 for Legacy. So 48 total plays for Fargo North and 219 yards. For Legacy, 41 plays, but 419 yards. They had some big plays today. No fumbles for Legacy. Had 1 fumble for North that Legacy recovered. Just 1 penalty for Fargo North, 5 for Legacy for 50 yards, 9 first downs for North. Legacy had 14, 10 of those in the second half. Legacy also had 3 sacks and 2 tackles for losses and 2 interceptions. So from a defensive standpoint, just giving up 219 yards, and then offensively, man, I just liked how those big guys blew some holes open. Lincoln Lamar, Gavin Gwynn, Cody Peterson, Carter Johnson, Wyatt Weary, and then give some love to Brady Sevak, the tight end, because he was definitely out there. And then can't say enough about the blocking and the guys outside, whether it was Jordan or Lucas or Widener, they really sacrificed themselves. So just a nice team win for Legacy tonight.
Yeah, it was, Chuck. Now it's time for a Serve Pro Move of the Game. Tonight's Move of the Game is sponsored by Serve Pro 24/7 Emergency Service, trained technicians, and advanced technology, fire and water, cleaning, and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Well, I was battling, while you were down there interviewing, I was battling this Norton antivirus thing on my screen here, trying to get her into studio mode, trying to find a highlight. But, Chuck, I think it's going to be a clean sweep tonight as our Serve Pro Move of the Game. I was able to pull out. This is really what got things started for the Legacy Sabres there. It was that
interception.
No, it was that deep pass on the offensive side to Lucas down the near sideline.
Oh, love it. So we talked to the right guy.
Yeah, we did talk to the right guy. And there you see it right there as he took that inside the Serve Pro red zone right there. And so that is our Serve Pro move of the game there by Callan Lucas. And Chuck, boy, I'll tell you what, he's a talented young man.
He is, and just very well spoken, and I just love him. Good kid. He just thanked me afterwards. I mean, just a very nice young man, and played well tonight. And you can tell this team they're really enjoying. Of course, you can enjoy when it's 2-0 when you're winning. When you lose 9 games, like a Coach Clement said, hey, let's not talk about that one, right?
So. And now we got to give out our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Chuck, Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home of the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP. quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips, and that Sport Clips game MVP is.
Well, it's got to be
Chuck,
a clean sweep, right?
I think it's going to be a clean sweep with that Sport Clips MVP of the game. As you can see it right here is, well, there it was. There was the answer to the Fargo North touchdown early in that first half, and Lucas taking it to the house from 92 yards away, and he put Legacy up by 3 scores there. So Callan Lucas is a clean sweep tonight with our Serve Pro move of the game and our MVP of the game. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. A big thanks goes out to Johnny Haugen, Tice Windveen, running the cameras for you tonight. It's been a fun one, and well, more to come there, big fella.
I loved it. Thanks, man. It's
Absolutely.
nice getting back in the saddle. I'm going to guess it might have been game number 1,000 we maybe have done together, but it was cool. It's like riding a bike, and appreciate it when you got great camera crew up above, and it was a good game to get back into it.
Yeah, well, we want to thank all of our sponsors, BNC National Bank, Valvoline Instant Oil Change Time, our Ryan Family Dealership, Serve Pro, Minot State UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Presswich Orthodontics, Tyler Hagen Photography, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Shields, also Magic Towing, Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips, and once again, Serve Pro and all those other sponsors you see throughout the broadcast here tonight. Again, stay tuned. You can turn over on the PSP Network. Minot High, West Fargo, Cheyenne doing battle. Nick Hallberg, Owen Patterson have the call for you on that one. Repeating our final score here tonight from the Sanford Sports Complex. Legacy 49, Fargo North 7. For Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from the Sanford Sports Complex.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.